full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Scooter's Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee, anytime is a good time to sip and smile. Scooter's Coffee, open 7 days a week.
Hey, it's Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. A great coach has a playbook for success. And at our office, we have a playbook for healthy smiles. Check out our new patient special, available at our 3 St. George locations. Look us up online or give us a call to get scheduled today.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Asphalt, we don't often think about it, but we use it every single day. Holbrook Asphalt's innovative HA5 product slows asphalt aging by 67%, making roads last longer and cost less to own. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more. Asphalt, we don't often think about it, but we use it every single day. Holbrook Asphalt's innovative HA5 product slows asphalt aging by 67%, making roads last longer and cost less to own. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Every young athlete starts somewhere. The great ones start here. Every session is coach-led, age-specific, designed for safety, growth, and real athletic development. Our turf awaits.
Hey, it's Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. A great coach has a playbook for success. And at our office, we have a playbook for healthy smiles. Check out our new patient special, available at our 3 St. George locations. Look us up online or give us a call to get scheduled today.
The Pickle Pad and Crave Social Eatery is opening this fall at the Promenade at Red Cliffs, and they're building a team that brings the energy. The Pickle Pad is family-friendly and designed for events and celebrations, hiring motivated people for all positions: hospitality, kitchen, court support, and guest experience roles. If you love fast-paced fun, great food, and working in a one-of-a-kind entertainment space where no 2 days are the same, this is your moment. Apply now and be part of St. George's newest indoor pickleball and dining destination.
Are you looking for a reliable vehicle that you can actually afford? I'm Harrison with Dixie Motors. We have 20 plus vehicles under 20 grand. Come check us out at 790 South Bluff Street, and we will see you soon.
Flynn Group plays to win. From commercial to residential projects, we deliver the total building envelope. Roofing, glazing, and architectural metals. Championship quality every time. Flynn Group, we've got you covered.
In Beaver, Utah, just off I-15, there's a place where families slow down and make memories that last long after the trip is over. It's where familiar flavors, friendly faces, and simple moments come together. The Creamery, since 1952.
Hey, it's Spence with Grass Creek Construction. Southern Utah is our home. We love this community. When you see us around town at events and games giving back, please make sure to say hello. Grass Creek loves to be a part of what makes Southern Utah great.
Big plays, big moments, big smiles. Simply Wisdom Teeth is proud to support our Region 9 athletes and the families cheering them on. When it's time for Wisdom Teeth removal, trust the team at Simply Wisdom Teeth.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times. Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Well, greetings, salutations, and good evening, sports fans. It is time for Friday Night Football here in Region 9. It's our Boulevard home game of the week. Devin Dixon, Max Christensen III here, as we've got a good one here. Campbell High School, the reigning state open division champs coming all the way across the Pacific Ocean here to St. George, Utah to take on Coach Hosner and the Pineview Panthers. More than a football game, it's Southern Utah against Hawaii. A lot of Polynesians in the stands, and I'm all fired up for this one. Been talking with some Campbell fans, been talking with Coach Hosner a lot this week. We had our pep rally pit stop fundraiser on Wednesday night, and the juices are at a fever pitch, but we had to wait 30 minutes. If you're just wondering why we're a little delayed getting started, we had some lightning in the area. The rule is you got to wait 30 minutes from the last strike, and we are going to be about a 7:30 kickoff, Max.
Yeah, it's a little annoying, right? But it's the elements. You got to bow the elements. That's what football is about. And yeah, like you said, Campbell coming all the way across the ocean to come here to St. George. Not a lot of us recognize that name, but a lot of us recognize the name Kahuku.
Yes.
Okay, from across the country, they produced a ton of great football players, play really good football. Campbell beat them last year in the state championship. So these guys aren't just some sleepyheads coming over from Hawaii. These guys are the real deal.
Yeah, no question about it. And Coach Darren Johnson, they call him Coach DJ, what a great job inspiring kids and motivating kids and winning that title. He's an alumni of Kahuku, and from the best of my knowledge, they would have loved to have had him helping out there, but he has stayed and rebuilt this Campbell program, and now they are the state champs. I hear they're getting a new stadium here real soon on that North Shore in Oahu. It's a beautiful place if you've never been there to go visit. I wish I was there right now, but maybe after the game, because I'm sure there's a lot of people in the islands that are wishing they were right here where you and I are for this high school football game.
Absolutely, and there's quite a few of them down there. I was down there mingling with the fans down there. There's quite a big contingent of Campbell Bears fans here in the stands today here in St. George.
A man of the people, Max Christensen III. He's already been out, fraternizing with the fans. Probably had a couple hot dogs before kickoff. Get your popcorn ready. Going to be good. Coach Hosner is back. After 20-plus years here at Pineview, it's been well documented, stepped away, battled cancer. Coach KJ Boyer took over, and then Coach decided, cancer-free, I want to get back to coaching. He is back on the sidelines and a good, solid start. They are 2-0 so far this year. They broke Cedar's win streak of 17 straight games. Remember, last year Cedar won the 3A state championship, first ever for Cedar High School and Ty Hyatt, but they beat them last week 34-30.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to be here in the booth on the call for that game, so getting to see Pineview for the first time in person, pretty special, pretty spectacular, and it all starts with Coy Doman, their sophomore quarterback, dicing up defenses so far this year.
Yeah, he was really good, and we'll talk more about Coy, and we're going to dive into the storylines, but if you missed last week's action, we're going to kick it over to Caden Formaster, and then we'll dive into our Boulevard home game of the week. Here's your Region 9 recap from last week to get you ready for tonight's kickoff.
Pineview Panthers and Desert Hills Thunder both getting home wins and so much more coming up in this episode of the Region 9 Recap. Welcome on in to the Region 9 Recap. I'm Caden Formaster with St. George News. Let's get on into the action. We start with the Cedar Reds and the Pineview Panthers. After a couple back and forth scores, Pineview Panthers on offense, but not for long. The takeaway from Parker Dotson on the pick. Later, it's Braxton DeMille running it in for a touchdown for Cedar. In the second half, Coy Doman finds Max Yoakum. Max puts on some moves here, runs all the way back around, finds some blockers from the offensive line, takes it all the way to the near sideline before he's brought down with a horse collar tackle. Then it's down on the goal line. The Panthers looking to strike. A shot towards the end zone goes right into the hands of the defenders. They bring it right back on out, and the Cedar Reds take over on offense again. Cedar in the red zone of the Pineview Panthers. You think it's a handoff, but no, Jackson Mann all the way in for the Cedar touchdown. Looking to make some moves, trying to get away from the defense, but the defense is too strong, stripping the ball away. Junior Togiai Bloomfield, and the Reds get the ball back. Cedar would have the lead into the second half, but the Pineview Panthers won't go away. This shot into the hands of Russell Jacobs takes it down to the 1. A Coy Doman keeper would score a touchdown the next play. Doman this time eyeing up Carter Buchanan. Keeps the ball away from the defense, and it's a Pineview touchdown finally on the last play of the game. Tristan Delos, his second sack of the game, and that would put an end to it. The Pineview Panthers get the win 34-30 over the Cedar Reds. On to Timpanogos versus Desert Hills. We start with Deacon Virgin rolling out of the pocket, taking a shot downfield, finds Isaac Hall, makes a guy miss, keeps on going inside the 10-yard line. Desert Hills would score in the point after attempt. Ball on the ground. Isaac Hall again rolling away. A shot at the 2-point conversion, and they get it with Brady Christensen in the end zone. On play action across the middle. Tag Brenton. Gets the ball, makes a guy miss, and in for the Desert Hills touchdown. And it's Seth Brown on the handoff through some traffic all the way to the far pylon for another D Hills touchdown. And what's a little offense with some defense sprinkled in? Maddox Mikulecki with the sack. Late in the game is Isaac Hall sweeping this one all the way around to the near side, getting some blocks, and in for another Thunder touchdown. They win this one 29-13 over Timpanogos. Dixie went on the road to Canyon View, and it wasn't all wins for Region 9 as Canyon View gets the win 41-26. Highlighted by Canyon View's Jace Floyd with 135 yards on the ground and 1 touchdown. Crimson Cliffs went on the road to face off against the Provo Bulldogs. Tanawai Andresen threw for 334 yards and 3 touchdowns. Both Noah Whitmore and Jet Bastion with over 100 yards receiving and a couple of touchdowns apiece. Layton Christian came down to take on Snow Canyon. The Eagles would get the win 21-7. Leading the way for the Eagles was Chris Monroe, 242 yards on the ground, 28 through the air, and a couple of touchdowns. Snow Canyon's only score coming from Brody Lounsbury on a kickoff return for a touchdown. The Hurricane Tigers were on the road at Moapa Valley to take on the Pirates. They win this one 49-20. Cannon Cowan threw for 221 yards, plus Titan Borchardt with 3 touchdowns on the ground. 3 teams still remain undefeated, 2-0. Pineview Panthers, the Hurricane Tigers, and the Desert Hills Thunder. Snow Canyon and Crimson Cliffs are split at 1-1, and the Dixie Flyers yet to find that first win. And a special thanks to our sponsors, Whipple Service Champions, Nets on Fire, Stephen Wade Auto Center, Rally Stop, and Dealer Collision Center. Thank you for watching the Region 9 recap with St. George News.
And that's your recap from last week. Thank you, Caden, Devin Dixon, Max Christensen. This is the pregame show built by Bucks Ace Hardware. We're going to take a timeout, and when we come back, we're going to start diving in keys to the game. We'll pick our Star Watch, brought to you by Finley Subaru. That's all coming up when we come back as we inch closer to kickoff. Campbell at Pineview. It's coming up next on the Fan Sports Network.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill.
Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kahlua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice.
Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
From underwriting local sports to unbelievable local deals, you can trust the team at Finley Subaru. Count on us for sales, all the right parts, and out-of-this-world service every time. It's Finley Subaru on the saving side of the freeway.
Looking for a great lunch and great value with endless options for everyone? Then hurry over to Mountain Mike's Pizza for our all-you-can-eat lunch buffet. Mountain Mike's Weekday Lunch Buffet. It's lunch and salad bar the way it ought to be.
Get the whole family moving with the City of St. George Recreation Department. They offer fun, affordable youth and adult sports for all ages and skill levels. Make memories, stay active, and get out and play. Sign up today at sgcityutah.gov/sports.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Hey, it's Spence with Grass Creek Construction. Southern Utah is our home. We love this community. When you see us around town at events and games giving back, please make sure to say hello. Grass Creek loves to be a part of what makes Southern Utah great.
your own relaxing, comfortable space, Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Friday night, we're back. Great rendition of our national anthem by some of the students here at Pineview High School. And this is the pregame show built by Bucks Ace Hardware. Devin Dixon, Max Christensen III, hanging out with us. Dusty Allen, our producer tonight. Glad you're with us. You're spending your Friday night with us on the fan, on the live stream, on the radio, or on KSLSports.com. Lots of ways you can access this game, and welcome in all our viewers from across the Pacific over there in Oahu. Glad you're with us tonight. We'll try to do our very best with the names, right, Max?
I'm glad you brought that up before the game even started.
We apologize in advance for any names we say incorrectly. I've been practicing. I've got a pronunciation guide. We'll see what we can do tonight.
We're going to make our best attempt, we promise.
Well, let's check in here in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth with our keys to the game, and our keys to the game brought to you by our friends at the Creamery. You got to stop at the Creamery for the delicious cheese curds, some ice cream, grab a bunch of stuff on the go in Beaver, Utah. And Max, some important things for both these teams to get a win tonight.
Yes. Yeah, no, for Pineview, it's make Campbell start fast, and make Campbell start fast, and Campbell has to start fast. Yeah. Right? That's a long trip coming over from Hawaii, all right? And Pineview, you want to be the ones to start fast. Campbell needs to start really fast. We'll see how fast or slow they're able to do that as the game begins. Number 2, win the line of scrimmage, all right? Again, these two teams are very, very unfamiliar with each other, and at the very end of the day, football is about physicality. If you win the line of scrimmage, doesn't matter how big you are, but if you win the line of scrimmage, you can win the football game, and usually at least have an advantage in the football game. And number 3, of course, explosive plays, okay? Pineview's at home. They want all the momentum. The way Campbell gets out of here with a win and starts fast, explosive plays, a pick, a turnover, a long touchdown, a long run can really get your guys going on both sidelines.
Yeah, and Pineview, their first 2 games, they have been shootouts, so they've been giving up that explosive play. Can they limit that tonight and give up no explosive plays and go to 3-0? Let's take a look at the Creamery keys to the game for Campbell High School.
Again, as we mentioned, Campbell, you really want to start fast. Sometimes when you travel a long way to play a football game, this is evident in college, you start a little bit slow, a little bit sluggish. You don't want that tonight. Stop Pineview's pass game. Again, Coy Doman is the key. He is the little engine that makes Pineview continue to go and make Pineview drive the length of the field. They're an explosive offense, right? We saw last week against Cedar a lot of explosive plays. Most of their touchdowns were explosive, big-time momentum plays. Campbell's got to make them work the whole field tonight.
Yeah, on paper, Campbell may have the higher national profile. On 3, currently lists the Sabers number 6 in Hawaii. They are the Open State champs over there as the captains are exchanging the coin toss, and we're closing in on kickoff. Let's take a look at our Star Watch tonight, shall we, Max? We like to zero in and kind of predict who might be in the running for our Findlay Subaru Star of the Game Award a little bit later, and you just mentioned him, Coy Doman, the sophomore quarterback.
Absolutely, Coy Doman, one of the best quarterbacks in the state of Utah, period, end of story, and he's only a sophomore. He's the guy who gets everything going. Pineview, not a fantastic run game, but they're elite through the air with his, 3-headed monster at wide receiver. And then on the other side for Campbell, number 55, Isaiah Bertola. He's a 4-star commit on the offensive line. He's a 4-star commit to Cal Berkeley to go play for the Cal Bears, and Josh Tupoy over there, the new head coach at University of California. He's going to be a huge piece for Campbell tonight.
Absolutely, and made that commitment back earlier in the summer, and said he made his second visit there. It felt like home, and he said, I'm shutting down my recruitment. I'm going to Cal to play for the Bears. They have won the toss. Pineview has won the toss, so Campbell will receive. Pineview has deferred to the second half. This is our Boulevard Home Game of the Week, making your house more like home for over 50 years. Find all their home furnishings and appliances and buy smart at the Boulevard. Russell Jacobs ready to do the kicking. He's a sensational soccer player, the lefty foot. And this one's going to go into the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback. And they'll set up shop at the 20-yard line, and we'll see the quarterback for the Sabers, Jalen Campbell. Now, Medeiros was the quarterback last year. Really good season. They won the state title, and now the new quarterback is a guy in Jalen Campbell, and he is the leader of this offense for Coach DJ.
And it'll be interesting to see, how does Campbell start this game? Do they start it off, behind the arm of Kimball, or do they line up and just say, hey, 55, lead us home? Isaiah Bertola is going to pave the way for this win there at left tackle. We're going to see what happens.
Salazar sidecar to Kimball's left. Twins to either side. Opening play from scrimmage here in this football game. White bottoms, orange tops. Kimball's going to throw out in the flat on a hitch route. It's complete. And tackle made, but a pickup of 6. And it'll be 2nd down and 4 on that far sideline. Caught by number 3. That is Kupuka'a. And Kupuka'a, Shazon Kupuka'a, he's a burner. He's one of the guys they like to get the ball, can get you the yak yards.
Yeah, no, he can really go for him and is one of their more explosive guys.
We'll get the telestrator out. As soon as me and Max can figure out how to unlock it. We do have a telestrator tonight. We're going to have some fun with that. Run up the middle. Nice crease open by the offensive line. And Salazar, the junior running back, who came in with 9 carries, 34 yards, and a touchdown, gets a fabulous Freddy's first down right at the heart of that Panther defense.
Absolutely, and there they are, running behind big number 55, making that hole. And Pineview struggled a lot defending the run last week against Cedar. Again, Cedar, no slouch as a 3A football team. Like you said, went undefeated, won the state championship, but they ran all over Pineview last week. Campbell might have seen that too.
Don't have the entire starting lineups, but our starting lineups normally brought to you by D1 Training. Coming soon to St. George. Go to d1training.com and check it out. Kimball going to roll to the right, throw on the run, complete. And it's going to be a pickup of about 14 yards into Panther territory, down to their 49-yard line, showing you a nice little scramble ability, and throws on the run and completes it.
So far, pretty quick start for Campbell, like they wanted. Again, sometimes you get off the bus sleepwalking a little bit after a really long trip. These guys, from the get-go, have been pretty consistent and staying on schedule for their offense. Pineview, see if they can rally down to the football and get a stop.
Christian Carlson ran him out of bounds. We'll get credit for the stop. Pineview, really young team. They're starting 4, 5, 6 freshmen on a given night. They're going to run a draw play up the middle, and it's effective. Tackle from the backside, but momentum carrying all the way down to the 41-yard line. That's a pickup of 8, almost 9. Yeah, good start like you alluded to, Max.
Yeah, Campbell trying a little bit of everything that we've seen. I mean, we've seen quick passes, traditional passes, runs up the middle, draw plays. I mean, if you're Campbell, you're thinking, hey, let's work out all the kinks to our offense. Let's try a little bit of everything, see what works. And so far, they've had a pretty good time with just about everything.
Go trips to left side. Yamashita is in the middle of that trips formation. Kimball's going to go empty now as they go motion out of the backfield. They'll throw a backwards pass. It's caught. And that one stringed out nicely. Tackle made by number 30, Harris Orton. And they'll lose 2 yards on the play. Reception made by number 8, James Tuzan.
Yeah, first time all day that Pineview's made him go backwards on a football play, and this is going to be a pretty critical third down. The opening drive is usually a huge tone setter, when it comes to how a football game is handled throughout the rest of the 4 quarters.
Tuazan there, couldn't get much going, but he's a guy that they wanted to get the ball to. That was designed to go to him from the get-go, it looked like. But Pineview has forced a 3rd down and 4. Maybe 4 down territory if needs be. 4 receivers set. Now they go empty as Tuazan goes out to the right flat. Taking a shot down the field on a post route. He led him too far. Stride for stride. Defender right there, but that was just a little bit too far out in front, and it falls incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, he had his 3-star wide receiver, Shazon Kapuka. Yep, Kapuka running down the seam there, and had a touchdown play, but he did get hit there at the very end of the play, and it looks like, as you mentioned, this might be 4 down territory if you are Campbell. Not quite close enough for a field goal, but probably too close for them to punt. And again, you came across the ocean to sunny St. George. Why not go for it on a 4th down?
No question about it. And they are going to at least appear to go for it. Now, they could try to be drawing the Panthers off sides because it is 4th and 4 here. Trips to the far sideline. Ball is on the near hash. Jalen Campbell Going to throw for it on fourth down, looking for the quick hitter, and he got his man down to the 35-yard line. Huge fourth down conversion to Mendoza.
Yeah, really good looking. I mean, he stands there in the pocket, delivers a strike right across the middle. That's a easy pitch and catch if you're Campbell for a first down.
And threw it away from the inside backer, so no chance to get a tip or an interception there. Really good throw. And 1st and 10 for the Sabers. Wearing those white bottoms with the orange tops. Got the white numbers on those orange jerseys. I'm trying to think, maybe a little Denver Broncos to the jersey scheme. Of course, they got the black helmets, though, so that doesn't entirely fit. Play action, tipped, and caught anyway. And he made a man miss. And all the way down inside the Red Rock Real Estate red zone, Silk Aslan. Woo, he's a speedster, isn't he? Number 16 there. And I'm sorry, that's Tomeo.
Yeah, you see that was tipped by number 47, Trey Leupepe for Pineview. But again, good concentration by the wide receiver from Campbell to catch that ball and even get a first down.
It really didn't alter course. It kind of just slowed it down, but it went right to him, right in his breadbasket.
Yeah.
Campbell going to throw again. 1st and 10, stepping up in the pocket. Has a man behind the defense. Caught, touchdown, Sabers. Touchdown goes to Yamashita, and it's going to go for a 20-yard score, and the Sabers strike first here tonight in this one.
They've displayed just about every athlete they have on offense, and you're going to see, again, right down the seam, runs right past the Pineview defender for a touchdown. You know, Kimball made it a little harder on his receiver than he might have had to, but that's a fantastic athletic catch.
And I like that play because you had two verticals, so the safety there, Trey Amico, had to go with the guy more in the middle, and that opened up that guy running down the seam on the outside of that second vertical route, and one-on-one coverage, he got behind the defense. Late player running onto the field here. Extra point tonight brought to you by We Win Injury Law. If you've been injured, they will win for you, period. Learn more at WeWinInjuryLaw.com. Here's the extra point, and the kick is up, and it is away, and Lifto knocks it through. Mitch Lifto, and it's 7-0 Campbell on the Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. When we come back to St. George, Utah, Panthers and Coy Doman will have their first possession of the game, trailing 7-0.
Underwriting local sports to unbelievable local deals, you can trust the team at Finley Subaru. Count on us for sales, all the right parts, and out-of-this-world service every time. It's Finley Subaru on the saving side of the freeway.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Hey, it's Spence with Grass Creek Construction. Southern Utah is our home. We love this community. When you see us around town at events and games giving back, please make sure to say hello. Grass Creek loves to be a part of what makes Southern Utah great.
Kickoff, we're going to sail into the end zone for the touchback. And here comes Coy Doman, over 800 yards in his first two ever varsity starts. And this kid has been, I would say, red hot at the least, Max, and he's going to need to be red hot tonight. That was a pretty impressive drive. But how about the numbers for Coy? 54 out of 83, 857 yards, averaging nearly 16 yards a throw, 8 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions. Doman, the sophomore, ready, rocks, fires, low, but caught. Good catch, shoestring catch down low by Max Yoakum. Pineview has 3 receivers that have absolutely lit it up. Buchanan has 9 catches for 254 yards in the first 2 games of the season. Yoakum, who caught that one, 16 catches for 285. And how about Russell Jacobs, 14 catches for 232 yards. And those guys combined have 7 of the 8 touchdowns. Doman in trouble. He is going to be sacked by TJ Alu. He's a next-level kid that got right to Doman and made him pay.
Yeah, TJ Alu, a 3-star recruit here, doing his thing there on defense. And the best way to pressure, to get after, to handle a good quarterback, pressure him, get after him.
Yep, 3rd and long now. Loss on the play, backs them up to their own 15-yard line, get it to the 30. So 3rd and 15. Doman's going to throw here. Has some time this time, and it's going to be incomplete. Triple coverage, really, as he was trying to find his man down the seam, and that was Russell Jacobs. And the punt unit quickly, after a 3-and-out, will have to come onto the field.
Couldn't have asked for a better start if you're Campbell.
No, Sabers.
I mean, you march the length of the field, go all the way down, score a touchdown, and then a 3-and-out to start this drive as well for Pineview, start this game. And all their guys have been as advertised. I mean, every single guy that we've had circled for Campbell that we didn't really know about has so far made a play. Even on the offensive line, Bertola leading the way was great for them on offense last series.
Yeah, a lot of talent on this team, a lot of next-level kids. Russell Jacobs puts a big left foot into it, angles it out of bounds. Not a bad kick. He was standing in his own 5, and it goes out of bounds at the 38-yard line. So good kick there. And the Sabres, though, still have pretty darn good field position for drive number 2 for their quarterback, Jalen Campbell and company.
And it looks like this game is going to be a pretty good test for the secondary of Pineview, especially, to see if these guys can cover, see if these guys can communicate on the back end and kind of stop this apparently lethal Campbell passing offense.
48-yard punt. Sabres go quickly to work on offense with the trips formation and a single receiver ball on the near hash. Kimball's going to fake. Now throw it quickly for a bubble screen, and it's complete and all the way out to midfield and a gain of about 12, maybe 13. That was blocked nicely by the other receivers to spring him up the sideline.
Yeah, and so far Yamashita, number 6 for Campbell, has been Kimball's go-to guy. Caught that touchdown and then starts them off again on this drive.
He can fly. Chase Yamashita. Wonder if he's a track kid. I mean, he absolutely goes 0 to 60 in 3.0 seconds. 1st and 10 Sabres. Panthers. All black home unis with the white numbers. Trying to watch the battle at the line of scrimmage and see what's going on in the trenches right now. Pretty good blocking. Has some time, but the ball high and incomplete. Trying to find Mendoza. And Mendoza, I don't care if he's 6'6". I don't think he gets to that football. Just airmailed it a little bit.
Yeah.
The first mistake Milrow is really made there tonight. Kimball, Jalen. I'm thinking Jalen Milrow, 3rd stringer for the Seattle Seahawks. It's Jalen Kimball, excuse me.
Hey, that's your Seattle brain talking.
I know
you're a Seahawks guy. I know
that's right.
You're excited for them to make a march to another Super Bowl, so you have that on your mind. It's okay.
I know. Well, watching Hard Knocks,
yes.
Watching Jalen Milrow out in Tennessee with Sam Darnold and Drew Lock getting their cowboy hats in Nashville last year. Yeah. I know there's a lot of Seahawks fans, though, in the islands.
Yes, there are.
A lot of fans over there in Hawaii. 2nd down and 10 for the Sabres. A little jump from the left end of the Panthers, but he didn't get in the neutral zone. Jump cut, trying to break free, and cannot. Pretty good tackle on Salazar, and Charlie Salazar was trying to use that leg strength to break away and just could not.
Yeah, really good tackle right there in the hole by the Pineview defender. All right.
Pause it.
Maybe. Yeah,
Max is getting his telestrator feet wet.
Yeah, we're trying. We're trying to. So, but yeah, no, just getting, great job filling the hole. Great job rallying down for a tackle and being able to do that.
3rd down and 10 for the Sabres here, right at midfield. Twins formation, or trips formation to the near side for Kimball. Jalen Kimball, right-handed quarterback, drops in the pocket, slings it across the middle, and it's caught by Mendoza all the way down to the 35-yard line. That's a big play, a gain of 15.
Yeah, whenever these guys need to convert, they're able to convert. Kimball making one play after another, being able to make it happen.
He's right in the middle, right there, and then they're just going to thread it kind of into this area right here. And then beautiful throw. He breaks so sharply on that in route.
Yeah, threw right to the window where he needed to.
7-0, looking for more. Campbell knocking on the Red Rock Real Estate red zone. And that was Tuazan there with the gain of about 5, maybe 6. Long 6. It'll be 2nd down and a short 4. Gets you some Flynn Company's updates on some of the other games around town. That's going to be a tackle for a loss. Big TFL there by big number 50, Tristan Delos, who was the hero last week late in the game.
Yes, the Delos twins did great last week in being able to seal that game against Cedar. All right, big number 50 there on the edge. Going to see him right there, defeating that block. Play it here and making a nice tackle in the backfield. This could be a huge stop for Pineview if they can get it done instead of letting these guys continue to march.
7-0, under 4 minutes left on the Nets on fire. First quarter clock. Campbell looking to make it a 2-score lead here. Third down, though. And Campbell has the snap. Looking to throw, looking right, underneath, has his man complete. Now it's a race to the sticks, and he wins that race down inside the red zone and finally knocked out of bounds near the 14-yard line. Another fabulous Freddy's first down for the Sabers.
Again, another good pitch and catch. When Kimball needs it, he's able to get it. Just a quick flat route right there. You see the confusion that's happening. The defender wants to work up here instead of staying with the guy in the flat. And that just leads to a very easy pitch and catch.
Yep, and that's the right read for Kimball. That's the 100%. Right place to go with the ball. Yeah, it was almost looked like that DB wanted to bump the receiver. They had to come off and try to get to that flat, and he just kind of caught it in between two guys. Really good tree of routes there on the offensive play design for Coach DJ. That's a high snap. Kimball goes and gets it. He's going to have to run it himself, and he's going to turn a little lime into some lemonade down to the 10-yard line. He picked up 3, almost 4 yards.
A little something out of nothing. That's all you can ask for in a broken play right there.
Yep. Everything going the Sabres' way. They got the momentum right now, leading 7-0. Second down from the 11-yard line. Panthers, not as hot as it's been. It cooled off. The clouds came in early this morning. We had some rain overnight. We had a cool day today. I mean, if you consider still, in the 90s cool, but it's been, 2 weeks ago it was 112 here.
Exactly.
So, I mean, actually probably not too bad. Now, I know Campbell has been here since Wednesday trying to get acclimated to the heat, but not a bad night for some football. Salazar, he put the B button on the Xbox down inside the 5, down near the 3. Pretty little quick spin move from Salazar.
And that's what you want if you're the running back on this exact play design. Okay, they're blocking it up for a guy to come free right there, and you're asking your running back, make a guy miss in that hole. If you can do that, we'll have some success. Ends up making 2 guys miss there.
Yeah, he did with that spin move. Got that momentum going, put that right foot into the turf, and put it in a spin cycle, like Max doing his laundry at night at the laundromat.
Not last night with the power outage here in St. George.
That's right. We had about a 5-hour power outage. They canceled all the games when the lights had to come on, and Salazar is going to be stopped near the 1. He did not break the plane of the goal. It'll be second down and goal for the Sabres. Couldn't see from up here who got that stop, but a pretty good tackle to keep him from pay dirt. They're going to go quick. Salazar to the left of Kimball. Goal line defense. Salazar going to punch this one in, and Campbell strikes again. It's a Salazar 1-yard touchdown plunge, and this team is 2 for 2 on scoring drive so far, and they're chewing up the clock. A lot of plays, methodically just making quick work of this Pineview defense tonight so far.
You can see why these guys are the defending state champs out there in Hawaii. I mean, they scored the first touchdown of the game through athleticism and great schemes. We've seen a crazy route tree so far by these guys, and then the second touchdown, just brute force.
Yeah, it just plunged it in there. 1-yard touchdown run. Here comes the extra point. The kick is up, and it is good. And just like that on the Wilkinson scoreboard, 146 left in the first quarter. 14-0 momentum, all with the Sabres right now when we come back in our Boulevard home game of the week on the Fan Sports Network.
Are you looking for a reliable vehicle that you can actually afford? I'm Harrison with Dixie Motors. We have 20-plus vehicles under $20,000. Come check us out at 790 South Bluff Street, and we will see you soon.
Get the whole family moving with the City of St. George Recreation Department. They offer fun, affordable youth and adult sports for all ages and skill levels. Make memories, stay active, and get out and play. Sign up today at sgcityutah.gov/sports.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Hanging out with you on a Football Friday. This one's going to be returnable from the 2. Breaking outside, and what a special teams tackle. Nowhere to go. And absolutely, Braxton Drew Bray, the young sophomore, gets stymied before he could get past the 15-yard line.
It looked like that was number 14, Wayne Olivier Costa. The dude has such amazing hair. It's hard to see his number on the back of his jersey.
Yeah, I mean, really good. Is that we have a different 14 for the roster we were brought from Coach Gifford versus the Max Preps. 14, I have Talele.
Which I wouldn't be surprised if that was him too.
Yeah. I was told, though, Max Preps was accurate, but we do have a conflicting 14. To apologize for that. Either way, a great special teams play nonetheless. And that's a free 5 yards there. 4-man front for the defense. Looks like your traditional. And they're going to send 4. They come at Dolman. He gets it out quickly and then dropped in his tracks before he could really get going was Garrett William, the senior running back. They are still without Kyle Richardson. Kyle, their senior running back as well, is going to be injured. Probably tell Logan, maybe Dixie. We'll see him a little later in the season, nursing some injuries early in the season. And they come at you, don't they?
Yeah, these guys are thumpers. I mean, every time a Pineview kid's been on the ground, he's been hit hard so far.
2nd down and 9. Loss of 3. They flock to the football. Quick pass again. And caught. And not much there for Russell Jacobs. He's going to get a couple near the 20. Probably give him the 19 on forward progress. And it's going to be 3rd down and 6. And Pineview is yet to pick up a first down in this ballgame.
Yeah, and we'll see if they can convert on this 3rd down. I'm going to guess they're going to drop back and throw this football. And so far on, I want to say, almost every single pass down, Coy Doman's been hit. He hasn't been sacked yet, but he got sacked one time, and he's been hit on every single pass play.
We'll see if they turn up the pressure. They do bring a blitz, and it's a fade route outside. Buchanan got it to the 40, to the 30, and Carter Buchanan for the special moment where you touch it down. That is an 81-yard touchdown, Dolman to Buchanan.
And we talked about it in the pregame. Explosive plays for Pineview. That's how they get it going. Just a nice drop back by Coy Doman, being able to get something done here. Good job by the offensive line holding up against a 4-man rush. Right, simple 4-man rush, dropping back, and right here, look at the anticipation. The guy's not even open yet, but he knows that his man is going to run right under this football perfectly. Buchanan, 81 yards.
Hey, that's a pretty good throw for a sophomore quarterback that might not even have his driver's license
Seriously,
yet.
Yeah. Woo! Great anticipation there.
Here comes the We Win Injury Law extra point. Russell Jacobs' kick is on that left side, and it does not matter. There's a flag on the play, and we've got a offsides penalty. They'll decline it, and they'll retry it. So Jacobs will have to kick it again. I think he actually missed that, or they declined to take the points. It was right over that left side of the upright. From our angle, couldn't quite tell if it got in or not. No referees in the back of the end zone actually made a signal either way. And here comes the second kick. This one is good. So 14-7. Panthers have cut the lead in the half with 20 seconds left here on the Nets on Fire first quarter clock as we come back after a message from our great local partners.
Around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that can make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Hall, Wilkinson's House of Lighting, Coral Canyon Golf Course, Appliance Wholesalers Plus, and City of St. George Recreation.
Back here, St. George, Utah, coming at you. It's our Boulevard Home Game of the Week. Devin Dixon, Max Christensen III hanging out. Pineview right back in this game. Haven't been able to stop Campbell, but a big 81-yarder. And boy, Max, you and I think fans watching or listening have to be impressed with that fade route from Coy Doman.
Absolutely. Again, he makes some throws for just a sophomore where you say, whoa, that's pretty dang impressive.
And that one into the end zone 3 yards deep. You can see they wanted to return it, but of course, high school rules can't return it if it goes past the goal line, so that'll come out to the 20-yard line. And Kimball, they haven't been able to stop Jalen Kimball. Really efficient. I think he's only missed on 2 throws. Now, they've had a couple TFLs, and they've had a couple nice defensive plays, but right now the Sabres offense is showing no signs of being slowed down by this Panther defense.
Yeah, somehow, some way. I mean, if you can't stop them, you're going to need to start trying to maybe jump some passes, force some turnovers, swipe at the football while they're running it around.
You are starting some young guys in the secondary. Himmelwright's a junior safety. Amico, Trey, just a freshman. 1st and 10, Kimball looking. He's going to take a shot. He's going to throw his man open, but it's Himmelwright in coverage and the ball just a little bit over the top. Too hot for Mendoza to get to. Mendoza's a burner.
Yeah.
Yamashita's a burner. We know Kapuka is a burner. They've got some speed, and they're not scared to take shots, and that's why Max and I were kind of talking about those explosive plays when we were talking about our Creamery keys to the game. Go check them out. Beaver, Utah. Next time you're cruising up and down I-15, one of our great new sponsors here on the Fan Sports Network. Welcome in anybody watching on KSLSports.com as well tonight. Oh, it's good to have Friday night lights back. There's actually 2 Big Sky football games tonight. And then how about down at Utah Tech, number 1 team in the country, defending champs, coming to Greater Zion Stadium tomorrow night. That's where Max and I will be. And there's a fade route, jump ball, and it's incomplete. Good job there on that far sideline. Was that Lefevre? Chase Lefevre, the senior cornerback, broke that play up last second.
Yeah, Chase Lefevre doing a good job right here. And again, that's kind of the same pass that was thrown for the touchdown that Coy Doman threw for Pineview. Good pass, good football. Better coverage there.
Maybe underthrown just a little bit, allowing Lefevre to kind of break that one up. If that's thrown another yard further, maybe.
Yeah.
That one had big play written all over it.
For sure, and I believe that was to Kapuka. Kapuka, right? Their wide receiver out there, number 3. He's a Hawaii commit. Going to stay home and play for the Rainbow Warriors.
Kapuka'a is Shazon Kapuka'a, I think is the correct pronunciation. And he's a burner. And the pressure comes in the fumble, and the ball's loose, and the Panthers pounce on it. Turnover, first of the game, and the Panthers are in the Red Rock Real Estate red zone, 1st and 10 after the miscue by the Sabres offense.
We mentioned it as Campbell was coming out here on the field. Turnovers is what they need right here. That's a great job with the pass rush here. And then you got to swipe at the football. Always swipe at the football, and right there, Pineview able to jump on that, put them in the red zone to start this drive.
So we saw Tristan Delos earlier. We saw his brother, Titan Delos, with the strip sack right there, creating the turnover. Doman back to work, rolling to the right, throwing, trying to set up the screen, and nobody home. He threw it away. Lived to fight another play.
Absolutely. And that was a pass that even last week he didn't throw a couple away. So with this kid, again, young, sophomore, learning week to week and already showing improvements.
Some score updates. Crimson leading Cedar Valley 21-7. That one in the second quarter. Crosstown. Snow Canyon up in Cedar. That game also streaming on our website. It's halftime already. Snow Canyon up 6-0 on a Isaiah Thompson touchdown as we've end of the first quarter here. We'll take the break. We'll be right back. Quarter 2 coming up, 14-7, but Panthers in the red zone when we return on the Fan Sports Network.
Underwriting local sports to unbelievable local deals, you can trust the team at Finley Subaru. Count on us for sales, all the right parts, and out-of-this-world service every time. It's Finley Subaru on the saving side of the freeway.
Pain doesn't wait for a convenient time, and neither should you. I'm Dr. Steve Larson with Desert Pain Specialists. We provide expert pain care without the long wait. Same-day appointments are available and no referral is needed. Relief starts today.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Game is brought to you by Bucks Ace Hardware, Fabulous Freddy's,
Panthers. Here we go, Doman. And that one had a chance to be jumped and picked. It's caught instead. DB could have maybe gambled there. Instead goes for the wrap-up tackle, and no gain on the play. If so, very little for the Panthers offensively on that one.
Yeah, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose when it comes to those short passes. Got to be able to just, again, live to fight another day, as we talked about before.
Third down for Pineview. Doman out of the gun. Twins to either side. Ball on the far hash. William in the backfield to the left. Flag flies on the snap, and they blow it dead.
Offsides on the Sabers.
So, Panthers get it right down to the 10 after that 5-yard penalty. It'll be third and more manageable here. Third and medium now for PVHS. Trying to tie this game up. Trailing 14-7. Early second quarter. Play action. Blitz comes. Doman in trouble, and he's going to be sacked. Sacked from the backside. And that young man, number 44 for the Sabres, is fired up. That's Baker. Easton Briggs Baker.
Yeah, we talked about it. I mean, again, on almost every single pass play except for the touchdown throw, Coy Doman's been hit or sacked. I believe that's the second sack of the game there for Campbell on a critical play in order to force this field goal attempt.
You know, he had that clock in his head saying, I'm getting in trouble, and he started running. He actually had a lead blocker. If he would have started running a little earlier, maybe he could have got some positive sledding there, but instead, Baker with the great speed closed and got him from the backside. Fourth down, Russell Jacobs on to try what's going to be about a 33-yard field goal attempt. Talked with Jacobs earlier this week, and great soccer player. Got offers locally from Utah Tech. I hear he goes over to Europe and plays on some big club teams. I think he's part of the USA Olympic development team. He's a football kid, too. They take him when they can get him because he's soccer first, and then football, he just shows up and just nice to have a guy that can be a stud receiver, your punter, your kicker, your kickoff guy. He does all of the kicking here at Pineview, and he's a heck of an athlete.
Seriously, that's an impressive way to go. And as we saw the men's national team this year during the FIFA World Cup, soccer's going to grow a little bit more in this country, I believe.
Tonight's game brought to you by Best Friends Animal Sanctuary. Tour the sanctuary in Kanab, Utah. Meet the animals, all available for adoption from around the country. Plan your next visit. They got the nice little hotel there that's renovated. You can go up and get a $5 all-you-can-eat lunch inside the sanctuary. It's absolutely beautiful. I've taken a tour in Kanab, Utah. And check out the website again, bestfriends.org. Great sponsor of sports here on the Fan Sports Network. So Panthers cut into the lead. It's now 14-10 on the 32-yard field goal by Russell Jacobs. Sabers ready to go. And this one's going to be jumped and caught. No, I thought he might have stayed in the field of play. They said he crossed from the end zone in to the one before. He must have touched it as he was crossing the goal line when they blew it dead. He wants to return that kick.
He does. I mean, if he tried to jump and catch that and pull himself back in the field of play, just be able to return it, was not able to get there.
And here comes Campbell and the offense. Ready to go. And all of a sudden, the momentum has shifted just a little bit after that 80-yarder and then the turnover and field goal back to Pineview. We'll see if Campbell can kind of pick up where he was in that first quarter with those first two drives where he marched right down the field and scored 2 touchdowns. And there's a good run by Salazar. He's going to break to the outside, make a man miss, gets a block. 35-yard line. He's driven out of bounds. That's a gain of 14, nearly 15 yards. That's a chunk run on first down.
running behind those big boys up front. I mean, you can see right here, coming right off this right side, these guys do a great job of sustaining blocks. That's the key. Blocking somebody is one thing, just grabbing them, but being able to continue to sustain your blocks and drive your feet, that's how these plays are made.
And here comes Campbell putting trips to that far side. They like that 3-by-1 with that one back. They'll go empty on occasion. Campbell only 5'10", but not a tall quarterback, but very athletic. And he's going to give it. Salazar breaks backwards, finds the crease outside the right tackle, and takes it out across the 40 to the 41-yard line. That's a pickup of 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 3.
Campbell seeming to try and establish the run a little bit more. They've passed more than I initially anticipated that they would to start this football game, and they've been very successful outside of the drop back that led to the fumble on the last drive. So they're really just trying to establish the rock, pound the rock right now.
I agree. 2nd down and short, staying ahead of schedule with the sticks are the Sabers. Three-man front here, 3-4 look defensively from Coach Hauser. They're going to air this one out into double coverage, and Amico nearly had an interception. There is a flag down near the line of scrimmage.
Number 14, Trey Amico, but there is a flag on the play right about the 49-yard line. Holding on.
And it's going to be holding against Campbell, and that'll back them up from the spot of the foul 10 yards. It's a change a couple years ago. And they'll say the hold came about a yard behind the line of scrimmage. So they'll move them back to about the 31-yard line. Second quarter action here, 9:05 on the Nets on Fire clock. It's 14-10. Campbell out of Hawaii on the north shore of Oahu has the 4-point lead. 10 unanswered points, though, scored here by the Panthers. 2nd down and long. Man in motion, that's Yamashita. They're going to set up a screen, and it's complete. And lost his footing just a little bit. Does get out across the 35 to the 36. And that was Tuazon.
Yeah, I like the play design there by Campbell, kind of looking like they're going to the left with a screen, played back to their right side, and were able to get a couple yards and put themselves in at least a 3rd and manageable.
James Lucas Tuazon gets a little something back here to make it 3rd down and 7 from their own 36. Again, trips to the far sideline. Single receiver is Kapuka'a on the near sideline. Salazar to the right of Kimball. Jalen Kimball calls for the football, drops back, going to let it fly over the middle, and it is a sensational catch. Oh, highlight real material there by Tamayo. Tamayo there with incredible leaping catch. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. You're going to see him come right down the middle of your screen.
And had to get it over the backers.
And you're looking at it right there.
Had to throw it in front of the safety. That's not a big window when you're going live.
For sure.
And they'll go quickly. Run. Off right tackle. Salazar. Nice little run. Still fighting for yardage down inside the 25-yard line. That is a gain of 17, maybe 18 yards on 1st down for Salazar.
We highlighted it in the pregame. So far, big plays have made this game what they are, right? Conversions, not only conversions for 1st downs, but being able to convert long runs, big-time pass plays, and that's just a great effort up front and then an individual effort once he gets to the secondary.
But there was 2 holes there, and he had to pick the hole. And, boy, Salazar picked the right one because that backer was coming up to fill, and he kept it outside, and that was the right direction to go. And now they're knocking on the Red Rock Real Estate Red Zone, looking for land or luxury houses already built. As there's a back shoulder throw into the end zone. Touchdown, Sabers.
Sometimes some type of miscommunication there happened on the back end for Pineview, which led to a very, very easy touchdown. You can kind of see the DBs talking to one another. Okay, you're going to, right here at the top of your screen, you're going to see one of these 2 outside receivers.
and it's Mendoza and just kind of all alone, and he stopped his route to stay away from the safety.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because you had a guy running there in the flat, sucked up both of the Pineview defensive backs, and the guy on the far side just runs right up the field for a touchdown.
20-10, PAT pending here in our Boulevard Home game of the week. Sabres offense is humming. Pick up their first score here in the second quarter. Still a lot of second quarter time left, 7:17 on the clock. And here is the extra point from Lifto. And it is up and it is good. 21-10. When we come back, Sabres have the lead over Pineview on the Fan Sports Network and the Wilkinson scoreboard.
Underwriting local sports to unbelievable local deals, you can trust the team at Finley Subaru. Count on us for sales, all the right parts, and out-of-this-world service every time. It's Finley Subaru on the saving side of the freeway.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
Today's game is brought to you by Buck's Ace Hardware, Fabulous Freddy's, Udy and Associates, Dealer Collision, and Finley Subaru.
Welcome back, everybody, here to Pineview High School. Tonight's game brought to you by Dealer Collision Center. They bring you our hit stick, our big hit sponsor. And if you've been in a minor collision to a major accident, remember, it's where Southern Utah chooses to get your vehicle repaired. It's your choice. Choose Dealer Collision Center. Best of Southern Utah winner, year in, year out. Little squib kick, going to be fielded at the 28 and then tackled immediately. There's a Dealer Collision big hit on special teams by the Sabres on that far sideline.
Yes, sir.
The ball ran around the 30-yard line where the Panthers get over first and 10.
First and 10 for Doman. Doman had that 81-yarder to Buchanan, the only score of the game so far. And that was on a play where they were looking for their first down of the game, and they get not only the first down, they get the touchdown. Now Doman will have to go a little bit further here, try to put a drive together. They'll start inside their own 30. He'll move Gwilliam to his right, going to throw. Quick hitter over the middle, has his man, Russell Jacobs. Jacob is hit and dropped after a gain of 16, maybe 17, and that's a Fabulous Freddy's.
First down. And that was Coy Doman and Russell Jacobs' bread and butter last week in Cedar. He was up the seam all game long last week.
Yeah, no question. And it looked like the DB wanted to give him a little check and then let him release, and he released right to the middle, wide open. Closing on the ball. Ooh, good play on that far sideline. And that one broken up. That is Isaiah Chong, I believe. Chong, this is a next-level kid. He's got a lot of speed. You see the closing speed on that?
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I mean, he's committed to Sac State.
Yeah, the Hornets getting a burner, to say the least. Second down, they'll throw it out in the flat to Gwilliam. Spin move, but can't break free. Tackled immediately. He'll lose a yard, maybe two, back to the Pineview 45, and it'll be 3rd and 12. Shout out to Isaiah Chong's dad, mom, and extended family watching back in Hawaii.
Yeah, and looks like that tackle was number 11. I'm going to try this one.
Uh-oh.
Giovanni Magamil Avila.
Magamila Villa.
Okay, tried.
Yeah, and I believe...
want to give him a shout-out, too, because that was a good open field tackle.
Yeah, 9-11. There's some tough ones on this roster. Overall, though, not too bad. We do have a Baker that had a sack earlier. That was nice here in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. I did a game with Kahuku playing Bingham years ago in Cedar City. Utah used to do this Utah versus the Nation showcase game, and Kahuku came, and it was in Cedar City, and Jack DeMooney, who's on staff at BYU, was my color guy, and I would say a name, and Jack would say it differently, and that happened all the way through halftime. And in the second half, I felt like I finally started to get the names down a little bit. And so, again, we apologize in advance. We're doing the best we can here tonight. Actually, not that bad of a pronunciation guide. I mean, look at this. How many? We'll have to get the booth cam, and I'll show you our pronunciation guide that we've got. We're doing it, baby. Doman and the offense over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to find Yoakum, and there is a flag down. Might be pass interference there on the Sabers. Do have some score updates. Hurricane is rolling at home against Murray. Our score updates brought to you by Flynn Companies. They got your total building envelope. Learn more at flynncompanies.com. So Matua had a strip sack, and Hurricanes got the ball back and leading big. Crimson's now up 35-7. They are rolling right along. Desert Hills is in a lightning delay up at Salem Hills, so they're having some weather issues that delayed our game a half an hour to start. That one up at Salem Hills for the Thunder. Dixie's on the road at Northridge. We'll check on some of those scores for you here in just a minute. Last report we had, Snow Canyon was leading Cedar 6-0. The second half should just be getting going in that game. Here it's 21-10. Doman after the PI on the defense. 1st and 10 from the 40. Here comes the blitz. Steps up, delivers it. Caught by Russell Jacobs, and then tackled immediately. What a tackle in the open field by TJ Alualu. And that's going to be a gain of only 1.
Yeah, I know, that was only a 1-yard gain, but that was a pretty good job by Pineview picking up that blitz that was coming.
And a really good open field tackle by Alu. And a slant route, Jacobs, and that's incomplete. Broken up on the hit by Johnson. Was that Johnson or was that Avila? That was actually Avila, excuse me, number 11. The guy that you just pronounced. I'll let you try it again, Max.
Giovanni, what is that, Magamil Avila?
Giovanni Magami Avila. I don't know. I'm close. We're close, Max. 3rd down and 9. Doman taking a shot. Has a man. It's incomplete. Oh, big hit, but it's going to be helmet to helmet. Defenseless receiver there as they just absolutely unload on Max Yoakum. He popped right back up. He's okay, but that is going to be a 15-yard penalty. Helmet to helmet contact.
And it looks like that was Kenai Fiu that caught him there.
That was the previous pass interference. The play before. This one was helmet to helmet up high.
And I will say this: I didn't view that as malicious. I don't know.
No, not at all.
That's just a great football play.
But he is defenseless.
Absolutely, yes.
But that's what you're trained to do as a safety.
100%.
I mean,
100%.
If you're Coach DJ, I mean, you love that play. Unfortunately, it just went too high.
Yes.
1st and 10, Panthers knocking on the red zone. They'll run a draw up the middle. Little burst there from Garrett Gwilliam, and Gwilliam's going to take it for a gain of 9 down inside the Red Rock red zone down to the 16-yard line.
Again, Pineview doesn't do a ton on the ground. They kind of pick and choose their spots, and when they do, they are pretty successful in the rare times that they do it.
Here is a throw outside the hashes, down outside the numbers, really, and it's going to get a gain of 3, maybe 4 to Carter Buchanan. That's going to be enough for a Fabulous Freddy's.
1st down.
Campbell leads 21-10, but the Panthers are in the red zone. And we got a timeout taken by the defense. Sabers want to talk things over. Timeout's brought to you by Luke Udy at American Family Insurance. Get a free quote for your home, auto, life insurance, business insurance. See how much Luke can save you. You know this guy. Southern Utah turns to Luke Udy at American Family Insurance. We'll keep it right here. And, Max, what do you see so far? I mean, Campbell wants to turn this into a track meet. Panthers want to do that as well on offense. Campbell's defense and Pineview's defense have struggled tonight to really consistently stop the opposing offense so far. This could be another shootout. We're headed for it right now.
It really could be. I mean, and Pineview had to come from behind last week to beat Cedar at the end of the game, and this might be the same scenario here. But yeah, both offenses have been pretty successful every time they've hit the field, besides Pineview's 3 and out to start the football game with them on offense. But both offenses have taken advantage of what defenses have given them.
Timeout again, brought to you by Luke Udy, American Family Insurance. Out of the timeout, it's 1st and 10. Panthers ready to go. Doman has it. Here comes the blitz. They set up a screen. It's open. Gwilliam has some room. He's going to waltz into the end zone untouched. Perfect play called by Adam Legg, first-year offensive coordinator for the Panthers, who was the quarterback here in the early 2000s. In Coach Hosner's first year, Adam Legg was his quarterback. Now he's back at his alma mater, and you can't drop a better play.
Yeah, great play design. This defense is good. They're athletic, but, they are somewhat undisciplined on this play. You need to be able to react to screen better than that. And these guys are so aggressive that Pineview throws a very easy screen pass right behind the D-line, right behind the blitz for a touchdown.
Extra point. Here comes Russell Jacobs on for the We Win injury law extra point. It's up. It is good. And just like that, it's 21-17 with 5:22 left here in the second quarter on the Wilkinson scoreboard. We'll take a timeout. Be right back. It's a shootout at Pineview High on a football Friday.
On Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Flynn Group plays to win. From commercial to residential projects, we deliver the total building envelope. Roofing, glazing, and architectural metals. Championship quality every time. Flynn Group. We've got you covered.
This game is brought to you by Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, Sport Court, Scooters Coffee, Red Rock Real Estate, and Best Friends Animal Sanctuary.
Back here in our Boulevard home game of the week, Devin Dixon, Max Christensen III, Russell Jacobs set to kick off, puts a left foot into it, and it's going to be another touchback. It's kind of a nice advantage for these two teams is their kicking game is strong. I don't think we've had one squib kick, and that was the only return of the night so far.
Yeah, seriously.
So if you're a special teams return guy, you're licking your chops, but you're not going to get much of a chance, it doesn't appear tonight.
Sometimes I don't love the rule that if it goes in the end zone in high school football, automatically a touchdown. Sometimes let them bring it out.
Yeah.
If they want to, let them.
And at the high school level, I think it's just big hits, blindside blocks. It's just kind of a safety thing. But yeah, I agree. If you want 7-8 yards deep, you want to run
if you want it,
why can't you have that choice? Yeah. Maybe that'll be changed down the road, but it's still a rule that's in effect here in the state of Utah.
Well, and I'm interested to see how long does it take.
See, Mac doesn't care because he was never a return guy.
That is true. That's very true.
He was always blocking for the return guy.
Yes.
What position? I know you played D tackle at Utah Tech not too long ago, but where'd you play in high school both ways?
Yeah, I played tight end in high school.
Tight end. Quick pass over the middle, and it's caught, and it's going to be a gain for a first down of 11. Beautiful job weaving through traffic over the middle in that linebacking core by Chase Yamashita. And Campbell put it right on his hands. Here comes Jalen Campbell, ready to go, has the snap, first and long. They'll set up the screen again, and drop the football. That was Kapuka'a, and he just could not bring it to the body.
Yeah, sometimes it's the easiest catches. It's the easiest passes to catch that are the hardest ones to haul in.
Do apologize there. Lost our internet momentarily. Got it back. You missed a penalty on a hold by the Sabers, and then they went right back to the same play virtually, a screen pass, and that one was dropped. So it's second down and 20 for the Sabers at the Pineview 41-yard line. 21-17, Sabres have the lead. There's 2:29 left here on the Nets on Fire clock in the second quarter. Kimball going to throw into the middle. Caught. Looking for some yak yards and then gang tackled there. But a good throw right into a nice pocket, and Kimball put it right on his hands.
Yeah, and there's a flag thrown in there. I'm curious to see what this is.
A little bit of extracurricular. It looked like maybe there was a bump and then, trying to sell the penalty. But why not when you're a little bit behind the sticks here? You'll take what you can get.
Yeah, because he threw it before the pass was caught there.
I think is there two separate flags? There's one at the 24. That's the only one that I see that's still laying on the ground. The officials are conferencing here for our radio audience, so we're waiting the official word, and it's going to be a personal foul, face mask on the defense. So that's going to be first down. Sabres up by 4, looking for more here late in the first half.
Yeah, if you're on the offense, you will take every penalty and 15 yards and personal fouls that come your way. So if you're Campbell and this marches you down into the red zone, And I think they called 2 personal fouls on Pineview, 2 separate ones, because it looked like they marched off more than just 15 yards. Because, yeah, that put them down inside the 10-yard line.
Yep. First and goal. Sabers looking to keep that high-octane offense moving. Already a number of explosive plays tonight, but this duo of penalties have given them great field position deep into the Panthers' red zone. Campbell out of the gun. Call for the snap. Going to fake the run, throw it one-on-one, jump ball, and it's a tremendous catch by Mr. 3 himself, Shazon Kupuka'a.
Yep, Kupuka'a heading to Hawaii to play wide receiver. That's what they want him for. Those jump balls there on the outside. He's 6'2", on the outside wide receiver. And again, I believe the official threw a flag on the end of the play for that little celebration right there.
What is that celebration? I see that a lot nowadays.
It's something that the kids are doing on the TikToks.
Oh, is it on the TikTok?
And the different things there. Some dance move.
The snippety snap and the tickety talk.
Again, I'm only 28 years old and I don't understand it. So
hey,
I'm talking like I'm your age.
Well, let him have fun. Let him celebrate.
Absolutely.
This is not the no fun league. This is high school football. Let him enjoy the moment. That was a heck of a throw and a heck of a catch. But maybe he kind of did it directed at the DB, and maybe that's the reason the flag was thrown. I don't know.
Not only the DB, but he did it to the entire Pineview sideline.
And probably justifiable then. Now, it's going to make this extra point about a 35-yard field goal attempt, 35-yard extra point. Shouldn't say field goal attempt. The pressure comes, the kick is away, and it is good. So they don't have any problems even though there was the penalty, and it's 28-17 on our Wilkinson's House of Lighting scoreboard. Lights, fans, home decor. Check out Wilkinson's, where homeowners and the public are always welcome to shop. We'll take the break. We'll be right back as we close out the second quarter. Pineview will have it back when we return.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Shop local, shop smart at Appliance Wholesalers Plus. Check out Cafe and GE Profile or Modern Glass, modern laundry sets, refrigerators, and more. Get the brands you want and the local service you deserve. It's always appliance season at AWP.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new...
Back here live, and that one just bobbled and just had the heel into the end zone, so that will be a touchback again. No kick return available to the Panthers, so Doman and the offense will set up shop at the 20-yard line. Tonight's game brought to you by the Court Specialist, featuring Sport Court here in Southern Utah. And we're back again. You can nominate your Southern Utah student athletes. They got to be a senior, 3.0 GPA or higher, and you can nominate them. Coaches, you can nominate your athletes, parents, even athletes can nominate themselves. Tell us why you're deserving, how involved you are in your school, and what your plans are for college. We've had 2 years in a row. This is year 3. We're hoping to do a male and a female athlete, and if you're looking for some year-round backyard fun, check out thecourtspecialist.com. Get a free quote. They can do pickleball courts, basketball courts, completely self-contained backyard that you're going to love for you and your kids all year long. Doman ready to go over the middle. Has his man Jacobs, but he dropped it. A little bit behind him, but he should have probably made that catch.
Yeah, that's one you're definitely going to want back, especially with a minute and a half left to go until halftime here, 28-17. You want to be able to get some points on the board before the time expires if you're Pineview.
And the Panthers now looking for a play, and it's going to be Doman on the keeper out across the 35, sliding down. Now, where did he start the slide? Looks like the 36. Third down, Panthers looking to throw. Doman slant route caught by Yoakum, good ball where only Yoakum could go low around the knees and make the catch, and that's enough for a Fabulous Freddy's first down.
Yeah, the defender for Campbell was all over that play, so a really good throw by Doman to convert that first down.
Glad you're with us tonight. Devin and Max here in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. Building with integrity is their competitive edge. And over the middle, caught. Russell Jacobs slung down at the 47. Actually, they're going to give momentum to the 45-yard line. Another first down for this Panther offense. They're going 2-minute drill. Clock down to 40 seconds in the first half remaining. Trips to the far sideline. Doman calling for the snap. Going to throw a slant to the single receiver side. That's caught and then popped out. Is it a fumble or incomplete? And I believe it's going to be an incompletion. I don't think he secured it long enough.
And on 2 of the last 3 plays, Doman has taken a big-time shot. And you can see he's kind of doubled over in pain. Got the wind knocked out of him a little bit because, 2 of the last 3 plays, he has been put in the dirt.
Jonah Myers couldn't come with the catch, but the clock stops, and it's still just 2nd down and 10 from the Saber 45. They lead 28-17. Panthers trying to get closer, but flags fly. Movement in the trenches, and it looks like the initial signal is going to be a neutral zone infraction on the defense.
Hate to see that, especially you don't want to give up any free yards for the defense in a 2-minute drill.
You never had any of those.
Never. I was accused of getting off the ball too slow. Come on now, I was never jumping the snap.
I've called a lot of your games, and I don't think I can vividly remember that many offsides by Big Max.
Yeah, I never had any at Utah Tech.
Yeah, got to be disciplined. Well, you're so close to the ball, you got to watch that football. And there's a run up the middle, trying to get into Jacobs' field goal range now and burn a timeout. And they do use the timeout, and that is enough for a first down. And now the Panthers and Adam Legg, Ray Hosner, and the coaching staff will talk things over. Entertaining first half so far, Max.
Yes, absolutely. And both teams playing well. Both teams are impressive. All the athletes have been highlighted so far, and they've all made plays on both sides of the football. Pineview had a great turnover. The pass rush for Campbell has been eating and doing great there. So a lot of great things. If you're the 2 coaching staffs, you got to sit here and watch this first half and be like, we have a lot of good stuff to take away from. Campbell has a lot of good stuff to take back to Hawaii, and Pineview to have this type of test before they get into region. Pretty impressive by them, too.
No question. Tonight's game brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza out in Hurricane. They're looking for local legends with us here on the Fan Sports Network. This week's Mountain Mover is a kid, Tayson Mizukawa. He goes to Desert Hills. He was asked with 2 injuries to their center and their backup center to move from defense. They asked him to lose 20 pounds in the off-season, get quicker. He then goes to center. They're like, put 20 pounds back on. He played the whole game. They put up nearly 600 yards of offense, and he only had 2 days of practice at center and didn't have a bad snap all night long. So He is our Mountain Mover Award winner from this week in the region. And they go back to the slant route, and how about that for number 18, Jonah Myers kind of redeems himself as he snares that slant for a catch down to the 22. They got to go quick here. Clock is stopped while they set the chains with 13 seconds left on the first half clock. And now, did somebody call a timeout? The white hat has waved it dead. And we'll sort this out for you here. 28-17. Clock shows 13 ticks.
I thought they gave him the first down, but it looks like they're going to give him 2nd and half a yard.
And so Pineview had to burn the timeout.
Yeah, the clock never stopped.
Okay, and they have 1 remaining. They do have 1 still. There's their 2nd timeout on this drive. They saved all 3. And they're going to add some time back to the clock, I believe. 18 seconds. They're going to go to 18 seconds. They're going to add 5 seconds back on the game clock. Again, we're always looking for our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game. The 81-yarder by Buchanan is a big play. Kapuka has had a couple big plays. Mendoza had a touch. Yamashita's popped some nice plays. A lot of those. We'll officially name that late in the fourth quarter or our post-game show. We'll also pick our Findlay Subaru star of the game and a Jersey Mike sub of the game. Max is in charge of all those awards in the post-game show. His vote counts. There's a slant route, and it's incomplete. And they'll bring up 3rd down and 1. That play only took 3.7 seconds. Do you take a shot into the end zone here on 3rd down? content to go for what would be about a 43-yard field goal if you didn't gain a yard here. You have time to do that. 14.3 on the game clock. Doman going to look and go over the middle. It's caught, and diving ahead, Yoakum down to the 14-yard line. They got to burn their final timeout with 9.3 on the clock, and they're into the Red Rock Real Estate red zone.
Good pitch and catch. Good play there. I mean, and you're playing it somewhat conservatively, but again, you got more yards than what you needed and maybe even what you hoped for on that type of play. So I think you have one shot, maybe two if you're quick to the end zone, and then
you got to go into the end zone or you got to go to the boundary.
Yes.
And if you're not going to the end zone, you better go wide.
Yes.
Outside the numbers. We'll see what first-year offensive coordinator Adam Legg draws up here.
And again, the one thing you cannot do in this situation, if you're Pineview, is take a sack. Because then the half's over, you don't get another shot. And this pass rush for Campbell, all four guys have been getting after it up front, and they've thrown some pretty exotic blitzes.
And realistically, I mean, if you can't get the touchdown, you don't want to, force it here. You'd love the 3 because at least that cuts it to a one-possession game, and you go into the half trailing by just 8 if you can get Jacobs out there.
Yeah.
And now they're in a great position for this to be basically a chip shot. He's got a big foot. Even though the wind is whipping still about 15 to 18 miles an hour. It's coming from the far sideline, the Sabres sideline, towards the near sideline, and that's a back shoulder throw that's incomplete. So they did try going into the end zone, and I think they're going to have to roll out the field goal unit here.
Yeah, hey, that was a cover 0 blitz. They played man across the board and sent everybody else at Coy Doman trying to get the ball out of his hands as quickly as possible.
You do have 6.2, but the staff content to take the 3 here as Jacobs will, out of the Max Yoakum hold, 2 captains. Had all 5 captains on the show Wednesday over at Texas Roadhouse at the Pep Rally Pit Stop. Good group, voted on by their teammates. A lot of underclassmen. This has been a bounce-back year for the Panthers. And, it got a tip? Or did he just mishit it? That one didn't get barely over the offensive line. It is no good. And the Sabres, we have 3.2 on the clock, but they're going to have the lead at the break, and it's going to look like it's going to stay at 11.
Yeah, I don't know if we can get that replay again, but, I mean, Campbell does it interesting. They don't rush. They don't do anything.
You just mishit it.
Yeah, really. Yeah, just hit it in a funky spot there.
He was trying to bend it like Messi or something there. I don't know. We'll have to ask Russell Jacobs if he just mishit it. It looked like he just didn't get it clean.
I don't know if I've seen a team in recent memory not rush at all on a kick attempt.
Yeah.
They've done that on every.
Maybe they thought it was a fake. I mean, their safe defense.
They've done that on every single kick that Pineview's had tonight.
Conserving energy.
It was a long flight over here.
What is the weather in Oahu? They got to be used to. It's a dry heat over here. They're going to take a knee on it, and they're going to go to the half, and it's going to be 28-17. Max, give me your thoughts on the first half. Action-packed first half here.
Yeah, no, really good. A lot of really good athletes on the field tonight. Campbell, fantastic job on offense. I mean, when you score 4 touchdowns in the first half of a football game, you know you're doing pretty well, and every single one of their guys is doing good. Pineview holding their own when it comes to what they've done on offense. They were able to force 1 turnover on defense, which has definitely kept them in this football game. And then, again, the biggest thing, protect Coy Doman, let him sit back there. Jacobs has done a good job across the middle as the tight end. And, again, Buchanan has that long touchdown that really kind of took the top off for Pineview and has given them some momentum in this ball game.
All right, 28-17 at the break. When we come back, stats, analysis, more from Max and I, as it is the Sabres from Oahu leading the Panthers of Pineview 28-17. We'll be right back live on the Fan Sports Network for the Pickle Pad Halftime Show.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Shop local, shop smart at Appliance Wholesalers Plus. Check out Cafe and GE Profile or Modern Glass, modern laundry sets, refrigerators, and more. Get the brands you want and the local service you deserve. It's always appliance season at AWP.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 350 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now. Visit redrockrealestate.com. Relatives coming to visit? Not enough room? Maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool. Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Visit stgeorgeutahvacationrentals.com.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be, handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
In Beaver, Utah, just off I-15, there's a place where families slow down and make memories that last long after the trip is over. It's where familiar flavors, friendly faces, and simple moments come together. The Creamery, since 1952.
Yes, we have reached the Pickle Pad halftime show. What a great facility, opening up early October here in St. George. Picklepad.com/hiring if you want to go work at a fun environment. They got the social eatery. They got a bunch of indoor courts, arcade, pro shop. Going to be a great addition indoors in the air conditioning. Check them out again, thepicklepad.com. They bring you our halftime show. Devin Dixon, Max Christensen the third, and wow, looks like we're heading for a track meet, but the defense has made some adjustments there, and the scoring did slow down a little bit there in quarter number 2.
Yeah, defenses have played pretty well for the most part from an opportunistic standpoint. Campbell, every chance they've had to hit Coy Doman at quarterback when he drops back to pass, they've done it, and their pass rush has done well. Pineview has been opportunistic when it came to, again, that one takeaway, being able to be a little bit stingy, be able to provide some things and mix up what they do on defense, and have done a fairly good job at stopping the run. Campbell has a lot of athletes on the football field, at quarterback, on the outside when it comes to their wide receivers. Have a couple guys with some D1 offers out here and still holding their own. And so things have looked good for Pineview overall. On offense, got to be a little bit more consistent. Got to be able to switch it up, protect Coy. And if you're Campbell, just keep doing what you're doing.
Let's get you some highlights as we get the scoring summary from today's first half action. Beautiful 19-yard touchdown pass right there. Look at the reach. I mean, you can't throw it much further out in front, but that is really good hands there by Yamashita, I believe, on that first touchdown strike. And then, going to work, showing you a little Delos highlighted, a little TFL there. He was the hero last week with 2 sacks on that final drive. And then Salazar's going to take one in, and all of a sudden it's 14-0, and the Sabers score on their first 2 drives of the game.
Yeah, really asserted themselves, but then Pineview comes right back with an 81-yard touchdown pass from Doman to Buchanan. Beautiful, beautiful throw with anticipation.
And Buchanan's got some wheels, man, separating there at the end from the defensive back. And Doman really did a nice job of throwing him open. I mean, that is, and they've done that a couple times this year. I think they've connected now on 4 touchdowns. There's the turnover, and that was the only turnover in the first half. And beautiful job there with the strip sack by the number 52, Titan Delos. So both those guys had impact plays, and then you're going to see some nice running here by Salazar and getting some good blocking from Chazon right there on that edge for a big gain, and look like we were, again, I thought we might be up in the 30s in the first half, and the Sabres do get some nice plays over the middle. Look at this catch. Probably our leading candidate for our AWP Playmaker Play of the Game. That catch was incredible by, I think that's LJ Tomeo.
Yes. Landon Tomeo looks like with that catch, beautiful. And again, in the second quarter, Campbell started to assert themselves on the ground a little bit more. Trying to pounding ground, move that line of scrimmage. Again, left tackle, 4-star commit to Cal. Why not line up and run behind him?
More highlights here from the first half if you joined us late. Back shoulder, safety could not get over there. Himmelwright's trying, and touchdown. That was Mendoza. And a little spike there. He's all fired up, and he got penalized. But that's the second celebration in those two on touchdowns where they did get penalized. Yes. But they're having fun in the States.
As they should, yes. Out here in the Continental 48, right? I mean, coming all the way from Hawaii.
And get their money's worth.
Right, as you should. I mean, why not? And again, if you guys are making plays like that and they're doing well, as a coach, how mad can you actually be?
How about 18 first downs for Campbell in that first half, 14 rushes, 67 yards, most of that in that second quarter. How about 17 completions for 232 yards for the quarterback, Jalen Campbell.
Yes.
And he spread it around, Max. He really read the defense and went to the right guy at the right time.
Absolutely. And you look at Campbell, and you're thinking, okay, this guy's, stocky, 5'10", looks like Russell Wilson almost back there. Again, Seahawks
Wilson.
Reference,
yes.
Okay?
Yes.
But before he became...
Not a Bronco.
Before he said Broncos country, let's ride, and his career went off the rails. So you're thinking, okay, this guy's going to be a guy who scrambles around, makes plays like that. He has stood in the pocket and thrown seam balls, thrown back shoulder throws. He's done really well as a pocket quarterback so far in the first half.
I agree. I like what I saw. 17 out of 22, 232 yards. Not one, not two, but 3 touchdowns for Jalen Campbell, QB1 for the Sabers. You look at some of the other statistics in the first half. How about 5 of 7 for the Sabers on third down and 1 for 1 on fourth down? They're good on those money downs.
Yes, huge. And they've had a couple where they've been in third and 5+, which is the most difficult third downs to convert. And every single time they've been able to do it, which is why they have 4 touchdowns on the board. Pineview has not done a bad job of getting them in third downs. They just got to be able to stop them, force them to fourth down. And, again, like you said, even they have a fourth down conversion in the first half as well. Because, again, you come to St. George, full send, dude. Why not?
I love it. I love it. Some of the stats in the first half, 11 first downs for the Panthers. 5 carries for only 10 yards. The Panthers really never established the run game in that first half, did they?
Yeah, they are pretty pick and choose, opportunistic on the ground. They are missing, I know,
Kyle Richardson.
Yeah, Kyle Richardson and Monty Elisa, their freshman who started at guard, was going to be their starter at guard the entire season. He dislocated his elbow last week against Cedar. He should be back by the time region play hits, but so they're down an offensive lineman or 2 up front, which might be the reasoning behind not too many run plays, especially against a defensive front like this.
Yeah, Campbell bringing the pressure. Doman does go 14 out of 23 in the first half. He throws 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He had 4 touchdowns last week, but he did have the 3 interceptions, but they still won the game. A lot of quick hitters, the slant routes. We saw a lot of slants from Doman, and even the screen on the touchdown to Gwilliam, perfectly drawn up when the blitz came. We didn't have that highlight for you. You might have missed that when we lost our feed for a few moments. But Gwilliam, two rushes for just 14 yards, but he did have that touchdown reception. Carter Buchanan, 2 catches, 91 yards, and the score. Russell Jacobs has been the go-to guy, 5 catches for 50 yards. Yoakum, 3 catches for just 10 yards, and it is 28-17 at the break. The money downs, I was looking on the third downs. We talked about how good Campbell was. Pineview was 0 for 2 on fourth down, but they were good on third down where they went 5 for 9. You'll take that number better than 50%.
100%. Yeah. You'll take 50% of the time, 100% of the time when it comes to converting on third downs.
He's Max Christensen. I'm Devin Dixon. I just saw a lightning flash out there. We've got the first half in the books. We were a half an hour late starting this game. We do not want to see another delay. I'm sure both teams want to get out there and pick up right where they left off in this second half. We'll take a timeout inside of our Pickle Pad halftime show. When we come back, we'll give you some scores from around the state of Utah and Region 9. We'll check in on all Pineview's region opponents, how they're doing tonight in Week 3 of the preseason here in the state of Utah. At the break again on the Wilkinson scoreboard, Campbell out of Hawaii leads Pineview 28-17.
Cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the...
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Scooter's Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee, anytime is a good time to sip and smile. Scooter's Coffee, open 7 days a week.
Hey, it's Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. A great coach has a playbook for success. And at our office, we have a playbook for healthy smiles. Check out our new patient special, available at our 3 St. George locations. Look us up online or give us a call to get scheduled today.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Asphalt, we don't often think about it, but we use it every single day. Holbrook Asphalt's innovative HA5 product slows asphalt aging by 67%, making roads last longer and cost less to own. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more. Asphalt, we don't often think about it, but we use it every single day. Holbrook Asphalt's innovative HA5 product slows asphalt aging by 67%, making roads last longer and cost less to own. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Every young athlete starts somewhere. The great ones start here. Every session is coach-led, age-specific, designed for safety, growth, and real athletic development. Our turf awaits.
Hey, it's Dr. Cody Johnson at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. A great coach has a playbook for success. And at our office, we have a playbook for healthy smiles. Check out our new patient special, available at our 3 St. George locations. Look us up online or give us a call to get scheduled today.
The Pickle Pad and Crave Social Eatery is opening this fall at the Promenade at Red Cliffs, and they're building a team that brings the energy. The Pickle Pad is family-friendly and designed for events and celebrations, hiring motivated people for all positions: hospitality, kitchen, court support, and guest experience roles. If you love fast-paced fun, great food, and working in a one-of-a-kind entertainment space where no 2 days are the same, this is your moment. Apply now and be part of St. George's newest indoor pickleball and dining destination.
Are you looking for a reliable vehicle that you can actually afford? I'm Harrison with Dixie Motors. We have 20 plus vehicles under 20 grand. Come check us out at 790 South Bluff Street, and we will see you soon.
Flynn Group plays to win. From commercial to residential projects, we deliver the total building envelope. Roofing, glazing, and architectural metals. Championship quality every time. Flynn Group, we've got you covered.
In Beaver, Utah, just off I-15, there's a place where families slow down and make memories that last long after the trip is over. It's where familiar flavors, friendly faces, and simple moments come together. The Creamery, since 1952.
Hey, it's Spence with Grass Creek Construction. Southern Utah is our home. We love this community. When you see us around town at events and games giving back, please make sure to say hello. Grass Creek loves to be a part of what makes Southern Utah great.
Big plays, big moments, big smiles. Simply Wisdom Teeth is proud to support our Region 9 athletes and the families cheering them on. When it's time for Wisdom Teeth removal, trust the team at Simply Wisdom Teeth.
Hey, we're back here. Halftime presented by Pickle Pad. Devin Dixon, Max Christensen here in our Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. And let's get you some scores from some of the other games in the region. We're 2 weeks away from region play starting. A slugfest up in Cedar City. That game also streaming on our YouTube page, KSLSports.com. Links are up on the fansportsnetwork.com. Snow Canyon driving, but they trail right now 10-6. That one getting into crunch time up in Cedar City. So right now Cedar by 4, but Snow Canyon is in the red zone. We will keep you posted on that one. Some teams are rolling right now. Hurricanes rolling over Murray at home. It's their home opener. They're up 35-14 right now. How about Dixie on the scoreboard, but still trailing at Northridge right now, playing up a classification or two there. And Northridge 6A last time, if I remember correctly.
I believe so. Also, this is 7-3 at halftime, right?
Yep.
Or I think the start of the third quarter. That is Northridge's first touchdown of the entire year.
Wow.
They were shut out the first 2 weeks of the season.
Crimson right now at home having no problem. Cedar Valley scored first, but 35 unanswered for Crimson. Over there, they lead a couple miles away from here, 35-7. Other Region 9 scores. This one was in a lightning delay. I don't know if they've resumed play, but Desert Hills was leading on the road at Salem Hills 6-0. And those are your 4A Region 9 scores right now at the half. Some big games across the state going on, but a lot of uneven scores when I look down the scoreboard. There's a pretty good one brewing between Westlake and Olympus up north, Bountiful and Syracuse. That one's pretty tight, but early in the season, you do get some mismatches. Teams playing up a classification or two or playing down a classification or two, but everything matters when you're looking at the RPI.
Yes.
And they've trimmed it down from basically everybody going to the state playoffs to the top 16 now will get into the playoffs in 4A. And there's a buzz around Southern Utah with the realignment coming. All those meetings will be kind of through the winter, and then by first part of the year, we're going to have some realignment. The big issues are Crimson's got really big.
Yeah.
Desert Hills is getting bigger, and then other schools like Hurricane and Pineview and Cedar are a little bit smaller. So I'm hoping we can keep our region intact. But that's not as easy as it sounds, keeping all our Southern Utah teams in the same conference, because some teams are just bigger than others right now.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be very interesting to see how everything gets realigned, how everything kind of gets shuffled around. And, it's been interesting for the last couple of years, right? As these new high schools have been built, not only down here, but up in northern Utah, up in my neck of the woods, with Skyview splitting off to Green Canyon, Mountain Crest splitting off into the powerhouse that is now Ridgeline, right?
And new school, Deer Creek up there.
Yes.
Wasatch lost a lot of students to that Deer Creek school up there in Heber. So, the growth in Utah, really since before COVID, but COVID, we kind of exploded because we were one of the states that really only lost that one spring season of 2020.
Yes.
Or was it 2021? We try not to think about when that happened. That's in the rear view
Half
mirror.
was blacked out during COVID anyways. And I think even Tooele built that. Is this Desert Peak's first season?
I think so.
This year playing
one
up
or two.
Playing up in
Second
Tooele?
season.
Okay.
Yeah, second season. They were there last year. That was their first year.
Yes.
So a lot of growth, a lot of new schools popping up. And we're kind of isolated from Salt Lake. For those of you that are not familiar with the state of Utah, I mean, St. George is closer to Las Vegas by 2.5 hours than it is Salt Lake, where you're almost 5 hours away. So for our teams to get split into a region, I remember we've been in, I guess, about 6 years ago now, Payson got put in our region, and they were sending buses down to St. George every weekend, and they couldn't, and they were gracious about it, and they played the 2 years in our region, and then they couldn't wait to get back up north.
For sure, yeah.
We've seen Cedar already drop down to 3A in football, but stay 4A in everything else. We've seen Canyon View go down to 3A, so it's going to be really interesting to see how that realignment shakes out in the coming months.
Which, if Cedar's not careful, they're gonna have to move right back up to 4A.
I'm sure the rest of the 3A schools, after winning a state championship in football, want them back up. No question.
I mean, because again, what they did, here at Pineview last week, they're beating Snow Canyon right now. So I mean, you're sitting there being like, these guys are competing with all the 4A schools they used to be in the same region with.
Yeah, I mean, Pineview did break the win streak for Ty Hyatt last week, but right now they just got a fourth down stop, a turnover on downs. They are in the second half, and time is running out. I think there's about 2 minutes and some change left in that game, so Cedar might have a chance to get a first down and run out the clock here with one first down. I'm not sure how many timeouts, but Cedar is leading Snow Canyon in a tight one, 10-6. Panthers did win the toss deferred, so they will get the ball first. And, man, you start thinking about that missed field goal, one-possession game, but they didn't get the field goal, so now they are down by 11, but we'll see Coy Doman and the offense out of the gate here to start the second half. Again, halftime presented by Pickle Pad. Our stats brought to you by the City of St. George Rec Center and Recreation Department. Explore their youth and adult sports and get registered today and get out and play with the City Recreation Department. This one is going to be a rare return to the 15 to the 20, right down the middle, and taken down near the 25, maybe the 26. And that's where the Panthers will set up shop. Do want to thank Simply Wisdom Teeth, one of our great sponsors, bringing you tonight's game. Dr. Hendrickson, all 4 wisdom teeth removed for just one low price. I was just $8.99. Quality, comfort, value. Learn more at simplywisdomteeth.com. And second half play-by-play brought to you by RV Nation Repair. They can handle your collision damage on your RVs, do all the fiberglass work, even roof repairs. They got full-service bays. They also have a mobile RV service that comes directly to you. If you're out at the campsite and you have issues, they'll come right to you. So remember the name RV Nation Repair. Short run of nothing, really. I don't even know if they got a yard there. And it'll be second down and 10. We'll see what adjustments these two coaches make here in the second half. This game's still up for grabs with the Sabers leading by 11. There's a flag. If you're a fly on the wall, what do you think Coach DJ of the Sabers was telling his kids at the break?
Continue to get after it. Don't let off the gas. All right, you might be feeling a little bit tired, a little bit sluggish after a great first half. And the biggest thing, continue to be physical. Right? I believe that they were a little bit more physical than Pineview was in that first half, which led to what the score is right now.
Second down and 15. It was a false start on the Panthers. So back them up 5. Doman's going to have to throw over the middle. Rocks fires and nothing there. But a late hit came in on Russell Jacobs. And this might just give them enough for the first down on an unsportsmanlike penalty.
I did just say be physical.
Yeah, you did.
I know, but
they listened to you.
You know, I mean, because that was – it's just going to be a hit against a defenseless receiver coming across the middle. Easton Briggs-Baker, number 44, laid to the wood there on Russell Jacobs coming down the seam.
Let's take another look here on our Holbrook Asphalt replay. And by the way, if we get over 25 points, Panther fans, you can head to the St. George Yogurtland after the game. You got 5 ounces free frozen yogurt. Max and I will see you there, but we need, obviously Campbell's already over at the 25, but we need Pineview over the 25, which we got another flag. It's turned into a second half flag fest all of a sudden here with a couple in a row, and this one's going to be offsides. And I'm sure Coach DJ saying, guys, let's be a little bit more disciplined coming out of the second half locker room.
That might be the 3rd or 4th time Pineview's got him on a hard count. Again, these guys have been great getting after the quarterback on pass plays, but sometimes they're a little over-aggressive up front on the D-line.
So 1st and 5, Doman looking, pocket collapses, he tucks up, he's going to run. Doman's going to slide down, and he's going to pick up exactly 5 down to the 46-yard line. That's a Fabulous Freddy's first down. Fuel it up, wash it down, you in your car. Feeling fabulous. We're seeing more flashes of lightning in the distance, but as long as it's not within 10 miles, we continue to play on. Screen to Buchanan. Buchanan popped as he crosses midfield. It's a gain of 6 down to the Campbell 49-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Max, what was Coach Hosner's conversation like in that halftime break?
Be more physical. Right, especially on the O-line up front. We need to protect our quarterback. On the D-line, get after theirs. And there's another one from Campbell with the encroachment call on that hard count. That's been Pineview's best play so far here to start the second half.
Doman's just clapping his hands, going on 2 instead of 1, and they are jumping. That's 3 offsides here in the last minute and a half of action as we just started the third quarter with Pineview driving now at the 44 of Campbell, trailing 28-17. Here's Doman looking for a quick hitter on a slant route to the outside. It's caught, and it is a beautiful throw by Doman as he feeds it to Jonah Myers. The sophomore wide receiver picks up another. Fabulous Freddy's
first down. When Doman gets time to drop back and set his feet and do what he needs to do, he's able to make his reads, see the guys he needs to, and throw really good passes, leading his wide receiver right there. And Coach Hosner likes what he sees by his guys coming out here in the second half.
And Coach Johnson does not. He wants a timeout. He does not like what he sees right now. It's brought to you by Luke Udy at American Family Insurance. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Pineview marching to start the third quarter here on the Fan Sports Network.
Big plays, big moments, big smiles. Simply Wisdom Teeth is proud to support our Region 9 athletes and the families cheering them on. When it's time for wisdom teeth removal, trust the team at Simply Wisdom Teeth.
Brought to you by D1 Athletics, Desert Pain Specialists, Dixie Motors, Grass Creek Construction, and Flynn Companies.
Is he related to Brandon Doman and Kevin Doman and those guys? Okay. Yeah.
And back in live action. Nice play. Panthers continuing to march. That's going to be a pickup of 7 down to the 26-yard line. And out of the timeout. Now some substitutions. They'll flip sides here and put Alston on the right side, and more movement. Looked like maybe I don't want to pick one guy out because it looked like there was 3 guys
there was
that
3
jumped.
of them. Yep.
And starting to get a little frustrated at each other because of the mistakes. The mental mistakes are mounting here to start this third quarter defensively for the Sabers.
And that's a sign that you're getting tired when you start making mistakes like this.
They didn't arrive till about 30 minutes before kickoff, went through their warm-ups in that period of time. They'll flip it out of the backfield. William, as Doman was getting hit, and a big dealer collision, big hit as William goes down, but it's another gain of 9, almost 10.
Yeah, really good job by Doman, kind of making something out of nothing. You can see here, I mean, he's dropping back to pass, and he's getting sacked, but is able to dump it off to his running back to make a really good play, 2nd and short.
It is a final. Cedar wins it over Snow Canyon tonight, 10-6. Our first final of the night, and now the push all the way down near the goal line, and no signal from the officials. It'll be 1st and goal Panthers from the 1.
Great play by everybody on Pineview getting involved there to push Russell Jacobs from about the 5 to the 1 yard line.
There's that physicality in the trenches you wanted to see. Now they go quick, handoff, William, and I don't think he got there. Good defense in the goal line front. Doman doing a little action in the backfield, like maybe there was some miscommunication there, or that didn't go as smoothly as he had hoped, and it's 2nd down and goal. So 1 final score up in Cedar City. They win it by 4 over Snow Canyon. Snow Canyon, after winning week 1, has lost 2 in a row, and there is a run right near the goal line, and they're not going to get it in. Sabres standing tall.
Yeah, being the more physical team up front here in the short yardage area at least. I mean, and if you're Pineview, you're saying, hey, we need a yard. We need 2 yards. At least move your guy a yard backwards into the end zone. But those guys, for everything that's happened on this drive, for jumping off sides 4 times, they are stout up front.
William in the backfield. Doman's going to drop into the shotgun. William sidecar to the quarterback's left. He's going to give it to William, and he's hit it. He's dropped at the 5. Oh, my goodness. They blow that play up. Number 34 in to make that stop. And I froze on the name. I do apologize. I'll try my best. Tui Elamotu with the stop there. And all of a sudden now decision time for the Panthers offense is they could not get it in. They've had 3 plays from the 1, and now they're back at the 5. That is disastrous.
Yeah, and I think this is smart. You'd rather have 3 than 0.
So Jacobs for the chip shot field goal, and it's up and it is good. And that cuts the lead to 28-20 here with 7:09 left on the Nets on Fire third quarter clock. Nets on Fire, great sponsor. There is no offseason. Get basketball-specific training for full-size indoor courts. They got the shooting guns up there. They got trainers. They host a lot of fall Border League games, getting ready for the upcoming basketball season. A lot of our local athletes train at Nets on Fire. We'll keep it right here, Max. That looked disastrous for the Sabres with all the penalties, and then all of a sudden that drive stalls out, and I think the Sabres are probably pretty happy that they only gave up 3.
And there's kind of that glaring evidence up front as there was 3 run plays in a row from the 1 yard line for Pineview, and they only went backwards. So you could maybe see a couple of the holes on the offensive line from guys they're missing. You know, some of the not push they're able to get. These guys have done pretty good in pass pro, but when it comes to line up and trying to run the football, they struggled a little bit.
Tuiole Motu was the guy I think they got in there first for that big stick, if I'm not mistaken. I think his brother is the starting junior linebacker for UNLV, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a football family, and that probably kept 4 points off the scoreboard. This one, again, trying to return it but can't keep it in the field of play. It's going to be a touchback. We've seen that time and time again. That left big foot of Russell Jacobs, who is maybe one of the best soccer players we've seen come through Region 9 in a long time out there. He's having a pretty good night playing football, though. He might be just as good a football player as he is soccer player from what I've seen tonight.
For sure. Absolutely.
Panthers have cut it to one possession. Trips to the near sideline, ball right in the middle of the field for the Campbell Sabers. Mendoza goes motion. They're going to try to fake this bubble screen. They're going to hand it to Mendoza. He's going to weave his way for 10, make it 15, make it a 17-yard pickup for the running back, Charlie Salazar.
Really good play up front. Again, just getting back to the basics. We saw this a couple times in the first quarter where this offensive line creates holes where you're saying, hey, you have first look, second look, third look, a couple different holes to pick from and just get up the field and go. And that's a really good job by the O-lineman getting movement up front.
No question about it. So Cedar has got a win. They got a late interception off of Snow Canyon, 10-6, our first final of the night. We're in the third quarter here. 6.5 minutes remaining on the third quarter clock. A run to Salazar again. Charlie Salazar going to bounce to the outside, and he's going to pick up another 10-yard gain out near midfield, just shy of midfield. Looks like about the 47-yard line where they'll run him out of bounds.
Going to get a flag on the play, back behind the play, about as far away from the play as you can get.
Yeah. And this one looks like maybe it's coming back as you see the Sabres starting to retreat a little bit. Still anybody's ball game, 28-20. And here comes the official word from, and it's a legal block in the back is the call. Hurricane is still leading out at home in the home opener, 35-14. So everybody in region winning right now except for Dixie, but Snow Canyon has already lost. We've had our 6 Region 9 teams go 4-2 in week 1 in total, and the same last week, 4-2. And right now, Pineview obviously trailing in this one. They are 2-0. Campbell, a 1-1 start to the season, but they hung 56 on the scoreboard in their win. There's a wide open receiver, but knee was down. Catch made by Chase Yamashita.
Yeah, Yamashita had a ton of room around him if he's able to catch that pass and stay on his feet, but at least, he caught the ball.
Yeah. You got to make sure and stay ahead of schedule against the Sticks. And now it's 2nd down and 4, short 4 here. So they do pick up a good 6.5 yards on first down. But you're right. If that's thrown a little higher where he doesn't have to go down to a knee, I don't know if he's still running, but he might have got 10 or so yak yards out of that before the safeties could converge. Trips to the far side, single receiver, bottom of your screen. They go empty now as the back goes in motion. Pressure comes on a blitz. He'll dump it, out in the flat to the back, but he led to Azan too much, and it's incomplete.
Good job pressuring the quarterback there by Pineview in order to force kind of that errant throw. That's what you want if you're blitzing a guy, sending an extra guy. Again, they have 3 down defensive linemen and sometimes send that 4th off the edge.
And James Lucas to Azan was like, hit me there, and maybe I'm still running. Led him too far. Pressure was coming. But, we talked about the stats at the half and how efficient Jalen Campbell was throwing the football. Kelly Campbell, the public address announcer here at Pineview, trying to get the crowd fired up. It is 3rd down. 3rd down, and we'll call it a short 14, and now they blow the play dead. And the Pineview Panthers, Coach Hosner wants a timeout. He didn't like the alignment or something, and he heard he called the timeout just in time, and it was granted. The Panthers will talk it over. Timeout's brought to you by Luke Udy and American Family Insurance. I want to thank Jimmy John's highlight of the week on the Fan Sports Network. This is our 3rd year doing it. We posted multiple highlights every week. We've changed it this year. If we choose your highlight, and you can upload them on our website, thefansportsnetwork.com. We're going to give you a $100 gift certificate to Jimmy John's. And then we're going to put them all out, and then whatever ones get the most views, those will be the finalists for the highlight of the month. And then we'll have the top 4. We'll have a fan vote, and then whoever wins it, say it's Carter Buchanan, 80-yard touchdown, 81-yard touchdown. If that is voted the winner, then Jimmy John's going to come feed the Pineview football team subs for the whole squad.
Wow.
Jimmy chips, Jimmy cookies, Jimmy John sandwiches for the whole team. So you definitely want to keep those highlights rolling in. Just go to our website, submit them, take you a couple seconds, thefansportsnetwork.com. And we love partnering with our local Jimmy John's freaky fast. 3rd down here for Jalen Campbell and this Saber offense. 3-man front for the Panthers. They do blitz 1. He's got some time now. The pocket collapses. He throws it, and a beautiful catch out across midfield down to the Panther 45-yard line. Oh, my goodness. There he is again. Number 3, Shazon Fats Kupuka'a, and he absolutely has some sticky hands.
Really good rush by number 50, Tristan Delos, up front. I thought he was going to get there. Still hits the quarterback and was able to knock him off course, Campbell. But that's a better throw and a fantastic catch right down the middle of the defense for, again, that was 3rd and 13, 3rd and 14.
Yep.
And we've talked about it. The times they've needed to convert 3rd downs, Campbell's done it all night long.
Yeah, he's been clutch. He's got that clutch gene. Again, the lightning in the distance here. Hopefully it stays out of our 10-mile radius to where we have to clear the stands and the field. But that could be a possibility. It's out to the northeast of us here at Panther Stadium. As there's a run up the middle on the left hash down for 5-yard gain to the 40 of Pineview. I was going to just pull up my weather bug. I'm scared to do it. That was a big flash moments ago. We're 19 miles away. We got 9. Hopefully it's moving the other direction, Max. We got 9 miles cushion before they would have to be with the rules mandated to clear the field and the stands, and it's a mandatory 30-minute minimum delay. And every time it strikes, that clock resets. That is the rule here by the UHSAA in the state of Utah.
Jim Borg's had a pretty good stiff arm there at the end of that play.
I missed it. I was looking at my lightning bug.
Let's see if we can pull the replay up here. So just coming off this left side, they're doing a good job. And right there is able to get it done and convert that 1st down for Campbell.
And here comes Jalen Campbell. Going to throw, stand in the pocket. Now he's going to tuck, going to run. Makes a man miss with the juke, and he's going to get it down to the 21-yard line, maybe the 22. Or the knee went down. Yeah, they'll spot it at the 22, but that's enough for a 10-yard gain and another fabulous Freddy's 1st down.
You know, Campbell and Doman, who both have played primarily from the pocket tonight, have done enough with their feet when they've needed to. Both quarterbacks have been able to tuck and run, get the yards they've needed, and also, more importantly, keep themselves out of harm's way when they are running.
3:08 and ticking left here in the 3rd quarter. Campbell, 28, Pineview, 20. Here in our Boulevard Home Game of the Week, Boulevard Home Furnishings, making your house more like home for over 50 years. Stop by a Boulevard and buy smart today. Campbell out of the gun. He's going to hand it off, and it's going to be down to the Red Rock Real Estate red zone. That is Champ Borges again on the carry.
Yeah, Titan Delos doing a pretty good job. The Delos twins are pretty active.
Yeah.
Pretty active in this 3-man front. And then you have the freshman Titan Funk playing nose guard, playing a zero technique as a freshman starting here for Pineview High School.
No question. They need to keep the pressure on because Campbell up by 8. It's still a one-possession game, but they are now in the Panther red zone. Quick Flynn Company's update. Hurricane up 42-14 with 9 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter, and they're in a lightning delay in H-Town out there against Murray.
That must be the lightning you're seeing over there.
Yeah, Campbell rolling around, buying time. He slips and falls, and he's going to lose yardage back to the 27-yard line, it looks like. Going to be a loss of 6 on the play. Good coverage downfield, Max.
Yeah, they're gonna credit that sack to number 53, Helaman Falanico, but that's a coverage sack.
Yeah.
Being able to have that type of awareness on the back end, that's the best we've seen the DBs for Pineview plaster to Campbell all night long.
Yeah, Dre Smith fired up after that play by Falanico. Coach Hosner is more of a defensive coach by trade. He's ran the defense before, but he's also a quarterback whisperer of sorts. He's trained a lot of quarterbacks. In fact, he's been working with Coy Doman for years, from what I understand. But he's got Adam Legg calling the offense and Dre Smith calling the defense. And Coach Hosner's back on the sideline, trying to bring that Circle Black for Life tradition back, that culture that he had established. And KJ Boyer kept rolling right along. And now we got a timeout on the field with just under 60 seconds left here in the first half. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. Sabers facing 3rd and long when we return, up 28-20 over Pineview.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
This game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Wilkinson's House of Lighting, Coral Canyon Golf Course, Appliance Wholesalers Plus, and City of St. George Recreation.
Back here as we continue play, we've heard lightning delay up north, Salem Hills and Desert Hills. We were hearing a lightning delay out in Hurricane, which is 15, 20 miles away from this field. Hurricane up 34-14 or 35-14. We continue to play, though, and Panthers looking for a big 3rd down stop. We talked about how good the Sabres were in the first half on 3rd and 4th down, and they need to try to convert again here, or they might have to settle for a long field goal. 3rd and 14. Motion. And going to throw over the middle, and he led him a little bit too far. Jalen Campbell couldn't thread the needle on the skinny post.
Yeah, I was trying to go to his main man, number 3, Kapukua. I just butchered that one.
No, that was right.
Was that good? Okay.
Well, it's Kapuka'a.
Kapuka'a.
But you were close.
Yeah, thank you.
And they needed some yardage to think about the field goal, and I don't know if they're going to try this long of a field goal. The wind is kind of across. It's not really helping, not really hurting. But this would be about a 42-yard field goal attempt, and they're not going to try it. They're going to leave the offense on the field. It's going to be 4th and 14. 4th and 14 from the 26-yard line. Campbell going to throw. Looking over the middle, has his man down to the 15, but it's not enough yardage. Trey Amico makes the stop, and it's a turnover on downs, and the Panthers' defense has gotten a stop they sorely needed, and they keep it a one-possession game.
Amico does a fantastic job keeping playing everything in front of him, keeping the defender, keeping the wide receiver in front of the first down marker. That's how you do it. That is textbook how you do it on the defensive backfield.
That's a freshman at safety. They had 2 interceptions already this season. He gets a big tackle short of the sticks here. Doman going to work. It's a slant route. Ball pops in the air. It's incomplete. Looked like a lot of Sabres there converging, but nobody could get to it as it kind of falls in between everybody in the Bermuda Triangle, if you will. And it's 2nd down and 10. Yoakum's going to switch sides, make it a 2-by-2. Twins to either side. William to the left of Doman in the backfield. Panthers down by 8. 2nd down throw. Over the middle, he's going to get a flag for pass interference. They're going to call Lilo, Mamalu Lilo with the covers there. I don't know if that was catchable, but that doesn't matter in high school most of the time. If you get there early, they're going to call it. Looked like the back judge had trouble with getting this flag out, but then pretty quickly threw that flag. And the penalties are starting to rack up on the Sabres a little bit here as we're 39 seconds left in the third. And there's a throw wide open. Buchanan, but it was back shoulder, and he had to adjust, and he couldn't bring it in.
That was the same play that they scored a touchdown on, only he was more wide open on that one than on the touchdown play. Looked like kind of a busted coverage that Campbell had there as well. And if he catches that one in stride, he's going to the house.
Yeah, and Doman probably wants that one back, but Buchanan will probably tell you, hey, if I touch it, I should catch it for my QB. But that was not an easy catch. He's trying to throw it behind back shoulder almost to keep it away from the safety. Now they'll go the other side on a little screen, or a little slant rather, and not much there for Russell Jacobs. He'll pick up nearly four, out to the 39-yard line. They'll be third down and a long 6 here for the Panthers. They'll go trips to the near sideline. Yoakum, Jacobs, and company. And Jonah Myers is on the other side. And they're going to go William on a screen out of the backfield. He's going to pick up 10. Or he's going to pick up the 10 they needed to get the first down. Well, 6 rather. Unless they say knee touched, it looks like they're spotting it right at the 40. No, they're going to say, where are they spotting this ball? That's the end of the third quarter. Where's the spot, Max?
A yard short.
Did they say the knee went down?
I guess.
All right. Let's see if we can see exactly where the tackle comes and where is the knee right there. Yeah, the knee was down short of the 40, but the ball is stretched a little bit. Maybe shorted him a half yard, but I do think he was short.
I think he's short, but I think
Hausner's contesting it.
Yeah, you got to be. He's closer than I think what the spot they're actually going to give him.
Yeah. We'll take a break. Fourth quarter, when we come back, 28-20 on the Wilkinson scoreboard in our Boulevard home game of the week. Campbell has the lead over Pineview.
It's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill.
Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kahlua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice.
Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
The Sabers lead 28-20 here at Pineview. They've come over from Hawaii, and they've got the 8-point lead. Here we go, big fourth down, and I don't think they got it. They might have lost half a yard, and the Sabers defense stands tall, and they get a huge turnover on downs.
The Sabres have had 2 massive stops in this game, down on the goal line, the possession before this, and then as you're right, they go backward, just trying to run QB power right up the middle. And looks like Coy Doman and the running back almost run into one another back there in the backfield and just doesn't get any momentum from start to finish on that play, and just another good hold by the Sabres.
Yeah, really good defensive effort there. And now Pineview's defense going to be called upon to keep this a one-possession game. And defense trots back out there to try to slow down Jalen Campbell, who had a really good first half. At the half, had over 200 yards passing, and now they get a big play. Mendoza breaks free down the middle of the field into the end zone, but there is a flag down on the play, and we'll see if this one stands or not. And I don't think it's going to, based on Mendoza's expression there as he put the football up near his helmet.
Yeah, I'm going to call illegal man downfield. You can see most of their offensive line is, at least they have 3 guys 5 yards down the field, which you can't do. They want you within that 1 to 2 yard cushion. But that's not technically the O-line's fault.
No, they're just driving the defensive lineman back.
Because on a run pass option, right, on an RPO, their offensive line is told, hey, block like we're running the football because we might hand it off.
Right.
But sometimes it's just the bad timing. You get a little bit too far down the field. If the pass play takes a little longer to develop, you're going to get that. And there was another lightning strike there in the backfield. This might be creeping a tick closer.
It's still 20 miles away, according to my lightning bug. So 1st and 15. They'll run it. Charlie Salazar has a nice little hole, cuts down the middle, and is going to take it inside the 35 of Pineview. Got about 10 of those yards back right there. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, again, just running behind 55 to the left side of the screen. You can see that. Yeah, Bertola, their stud offensive lineman, committed to go play at University of California, Berkeley, for new head coach Josh Dupoy out there, coming over as the defense coordinator from Oregon down to his alma mater, Cal.
11-12 and ticking on the Nets on Fire clock here in the 4th quarter. Sabres have a 2nd down. They'll run it Salazar again. He's got the 1st down and more. He spins off a would-be tackle, breaks free. He's down near the 5, pushing, fighting, touchdown Salazar. He's into the end zone for the special moment where you touch it down. What a run.
And no flags on the play.
What a run by Salazar. That effort there was sensational.
Yes. And that's a play where you look around and you're like, is there any yellow laundry on the football field? No, they're able to convert, and what a play that was. Again, running off that left side, he's going to cut off right behind the big fella we were just talking about, Bertola, and creates a seam, and then he does the rest. He's hit that little spin move all night long, and again, is able to just power and carry guys across the goal line for a touchdown.
Extra point brought to you by We Win Injury Law. It's up and good. 35-20. Sabres have the lead over the Panthers on the Wilkinson scoreboard. When we come back, Pineview's got a rally down by 15.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Today's game is brought to you by Buck's Ace Hardware, Fabulous Freddy's, Udi and Associates, Dealer Collision, and Finley Subaru.
Back here at Pineview, and the Panthers just gave up a touchdown to Salazar on the ground. That was a heck of an effort by the back for the Sabres, making a spin move, breaking tackles, carrying defenders into the end zone, and there's a play blown up. Oh my goodness, Dealer Collision, big hit. Te'alai there just leveled the boom on special teams.
He's been the special teams player of the night. I mean, that's the second one where he has come down here and laid the wood, and you can't miss him, Mr. Troy Polamalu hairstyle, running down there on the kickoff, laying the wood.
Wow, and nobody laid a finger on him. Nobody got a block on him. He just flew past everybody. He was not the outside guy. He was the second guy on that kickoff formation. Doman's going to have a long field, and he almost threw an interception, batted down, and incomplete.
I thought Alu was going to catch that, and that was a house call. That was a touchdown. Again, this kid, he's an athlete, big-time kid over in Hawaii. Currently holds offers from Boise State, Washington State, and UNLV.
Yeah, he's gonna make one college very happy. Alu with the pass breakup. The blitz coming right up the middle. Doman in trouble, dodges it. Now he's down. The ball comes out. Recovered, though, by one of the linemen for Pineview at about the 14-yard line. They're pinning their ears back and coming.
And they're on that blitz. Number 4, Alu coming right down the middle, making him miss. Misses the sack, but then again, his buddies clean it up, force that sack fumble, and it's a 3rd down and longer than Pineview would like.
Yeah, Nixon just couldn't move quick enough to keep him in front there. Missed that block. Got to hold that block a little longer if you're Nixon Clough. Now, behind the sticks, got to throw it quick. It's picked! It's picked to the 10, to the 5, the special moment where you touch it down on the Oski into the end zone, number 27, Mamalu
and
Lilo.
We might have a little melee here on the field.
They're mixing it up.
Yeah, I don't think that touchdown may or may not count, but Coy Doman got leveled on that pick six. And I think number 18, Dane Keanu Davis, went well out of his way to hit Coy Doman, and that's where the flag's going to come in. That was kind of the play we saw on first down that we thought was going to be the pick six by Alualu, and then you see way over here on the right side there.
That's a cheap shot.
We can take it back
he's
one more time.
Already 7 yards into the end
zone. Yeah, take it back one more time. A little bit more right there. And you're going to see him right
to see that.
here. See, he's standing here. You can see he's not even seeing it coming.
I guess he's still at the 1, but
boom, right there on the.
I mean, I don't know what else to call that other than a cheap shot, Max. What would you describe that as?
No, for sure.
And justifiably, Panthers upset.
Yeah.
That they took a shot there at the quarterback after a pick six. Now, by the letter of the law, as you frame by frame stopped it, he had not crossed the goal line yet, but he was still 2 yards away.
And I guess they're going to. It looks like they're going to call it a dead ball personal foul,
but it's after the play there, after the touchdown on the return.
And again, I played defense. Okay. Anytime you throw a pick six or the quarterback throws an interception, we are all looking, where is the quarterback? Where can we hunt him down and go get him? So I understand the sentiment, but in today's football, you can't do that. There was a time where that was very accepted on the defense side of the football, but that's not one you can throw. That's not one you can hit.
Yeah, I mean, Doman's okay. And that one's a frustrating one. With 10:05 to go, Sabres pulling away 41-20. If you're a Sabre fan, you love the pick six. Maybe you do, maybe you don't like the hit on the quarterback. If you're a Pineview fan, you don't like that one bit.
No, especially on your quarterback who's a stud. Yes, he just threw a pick six, but I mean,
in his defense, he was getting hit as he threw it.
Yeah, and again, he's the guy who's going to keep this engine going on offense all season long. So you don't want to lose him in a game like this.
I think the Sabres blitzed on every play on that defensive series. They were pinning their ears back and coming after Coy Doman, trying to disrupt his rhythm, and it worked.
Yeah, especially again before the pick six, you're up 35-20. Pineview. You stuff Pineview on 3 straight runs, so okay, they're going to stay away from running the football. Let's pin our ears back and go get Coy Doman because we know all they want to do is drop back and pass, which makes it pretty hard on your O-line, on your wide receivers, on everybody when the defense knows, hey, all you're going to do is drop back and pass.
Watch out on special teams. Here we go. Got to put a block on number 34. And they can't. He makes the tackle. Well, got a half a tackle there. Had some help from number 21, who will probably get credit. That's Kali. Ozan Diaz Kali.
This game's getting pretty chippy here as we're starting to not wind down in the fourth quarter, but we're under 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and we're up in the booth. We don't know what's being said.
Absolutely.
Or if it's chippy. You can frustrate your opponent,
100%. Yeah, there have been some extracurriculars after a lot of the plays out there, and but again, that's football.
Yeah,
I don't hate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and look, I didn't play defensive line where on an interception, but yeah, you want to go get a block on the quarterback. It's a good perspective by you that I didn't think about. Run up the middle, 4-yard gain out to the 39. Second down and 6 for the Panthers. Now they are in desperation mode with under 9:50 left to go here in the fourth quarter, down 42-20. Coming up, we'll have the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Hand out some awards, put a bow on this with all the stats and scores from around the region. Complete to Yoka, makes a man miss. Little stiff arm there, trying to break free, cannot. Still fighting for yardage, and there's about 7 or 8 players on the deck at the 45 of the Sabres. Big pitch and catch. That is about a 15-yard pickup by Yoakum from Doman. And there is a player slow to get up at the 45. And we got a Desert Pain injury timeout. Appreciate Desert Pain. We're our great sponsors bringing you tonight's game. If pain is keeping you out of the action, whether that's the golf course, the pickleball courts, just getting around the job site or to work, call a timeout and talk with the experts at Desert Pain. They'll come up with a plan and get you relief. Desert Pain. And timeout on the field. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Dixie Motors, locally owned and operated. Glenn and Ryan Labrum right there on the side every single day. It's a dealership built on honesty, trust, and treating customers right. Shop more than 20 vehicles all the time under $20,000, including select vehicles under $10,000. So you need a good, reliable ride for a great price. You got to get through the construction right now on Bluff Street, but worth fighting the construction to go see our friends at Dixie Motors. 1st and 10 Panthers from the Campbell 45-yard line. They need a quick strike. They're down 3 scores. Doman's going to audible now, calling out to his center. Now the snap comes. It's play-action screen. It's incomplete. Trying to find the sophomore, number 18, Jonah Myers, and he couldn't bring it in.
And that was number 27, Mamalu Lilo, getting up slowly on that play. He was the guy who was down for the injury time out there. The man who just had that pick six for Campbell.
Yeah, an exciting play for him. Everybody loves taking it to the barnyard for the boogie. You ever have pick six?
No.
And there's a throw over the middle, caught by Jacobs. It's a gain of 5 down to the 40. All those years at Skyview, all those years at Tech and Snow, and you never had one batted pick. Huh?
It looks like they're going to call something on Pineview. He said someone on Pineview said something to the ref right there that he did not love.
And Jacobs was the guy that caught it. He looks frustrated. And is this going against him or was it somebody else? I don't know.
I think he did point at Jacobs that he said something to the ref.
And it's going to be an unsportsmanlike on the Panthers. And frustrating starting to mount for Pineview.
Yeah. Yeah, no, my one varsity touchdown at Skyview, my sophomore year, were at Ogden, and we blocked a punt and I ran in for a touchdown.
There you go. So you did have one of those.
Yep.
Dusty over here, our producer, is like, yeah, you go. I love it when the D lineman scoops and scores.
Yes, absolutely.
Dusty was probably at that game. Cheering for the big fella. Doman, pressure again, hit as he throws, and this could be trouble, and it's not going to be off the turf. It's incomplete. He couldn't keep it off the turf. Nearly another pick by the Sabers.
Yeah, Campbell is starting to tee off now. They're sending different blitzes. They're sending all sorts of guys at Dome, and now they know they're just going to drop back and sling the football.
And you mentioned they are a little short-handed on the front. It's a light turnout for Coach Hosner's standards. They only had about 55 guys this year. They actually have a freshman team, if I'm not mistaken, but I don't think they have a JV team this year that had canceled the season. They got 5 or 6 freshmen starting.
I was going to say, yeah. I mean, I'm going down their roster of starters.
They're young.
I can name at least 3 off the top of my head.
Yeah. Good news, the Lightning is now 22 miles away, so it looks like we're going to finish this game without any delays other than the half-an-hour delay to start the game. And that was pinned inside the red zone. A beautiful kick by Jacobs that goes out of bounds about the 4, I think. Now he's going to walk back further than that. Where's he going? I thought he's going to say at the 15. It's still inside the 20. Good kick by Jacobs.
And another flag down on the play.
It is a flag fest, as I like to call it.
The first half wasn't terrible.
No, it wasn't
But
bad.
the second half, we've had flags on every other play.
In the first half, the penalties, if I have that, 6 for 57 yards for Campbell, 2 for 27 yards for Pineview. But we got to be combined, 15, 16 penalties at this point just in the second half alone now. And another unsportsmanlike. This one's going to go against Campbell.
They're going to offset them. There's one on Pineview, too.
Oh, okay. I just saw the second signal. Thank you, Max. It's always great to have a wingman. I was looking down at the statistics and just saw that last signal there. I apologize. 8:38 to go. Campbell trying to improve to 2-1. They're set to defend the Open State Championship they won last year, again this year. I bet that's a big final game of the season when they meet Kahuku.
Absolutely.
After last year, winning against Kahuku to go on to win the state championship. And they're back on the ground and pound. This is a new quarterback. The backup quarterback is into the game, Dallas Carter. So it looks like Coach DJ saying, hey, Jalen, great job tonight. Let's get some other guys some reps here, and Carter's come in. I'm trying to see. It looks like a lot of the twos are in on offense here. I don't see Mendoza. I don't see Yamashita or Kapuka'a. They're all probably done for the night.
Yeah.
Run up the middle. And Bertolo, is Bertolo still in there? Big 55, double nickel.
He is.
So you still got the maybe some of the first team line in there, but you've given the skill guys a little break with a 3-score lead.
And it's nice, especially in the preseason, to be able to get some run on some of your backups and things like that, especially the skilled positions.
There is an injured Saber down at the 30. Is that 70 or 78? I can't tell as he flips onto his backside. And we got a Desert Pain injury timeout. 3rd and short when we come back. Coach Hosner out there to check on the injured Saber. Classy as always from Ray Hosner. We'll take the break and be right back.
Underwriting local sports to unbelievable local deals, you can trust the team at Finley Subaru. Count on us for sales, all the right parts, and out-of-this-world service every time. It's Finley Subaru on the saving side of the freeway.
Looking for a great lunch and great value with endless options for everyone? Then hurry over to Mountain Mike's Pizza for our all-you-can-eat lunch buffet. Mountain Mike's Weekday Lunch Buffet. It's lunch and salad bar the way it ought to be.
Get the whole family moving with the City of St. George Recreation Department. They offer fun, affordable youth and adult sports for all ages and skill levels. Make memories, stay active, and get out and play. Sign up today at sgcityutah.gov/sports.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
3rd down as we welcome you back. Sabres going to keep it on the ground, and I don't know if they're going to get it or not. They needed to get right to the 30, and it looks like they are at the 30. So the initial spot does look like it's just enough, Max.
Yeah, just by a hair to give them that first down.
What was the referee? Was it Ed Hockley that came out with his credit card years ago to measure a first down? He pulled a credit card out in an NFL game.
Yes.
It wasn't credit card necessary, but it was just enough as the nose of the football is at the 30 on the spot. 1st and 10 Sabres. They can milk the clock with the fresh set of downs. Panthers do have 2 timeouts remaining, but down 42-20 with only 6:52 to go. You kind of feel like they need a takeaway or this one's going to about be on ice. And now a big run out to the near sideline, cut back at the 40 to the 45, out to the 47-yard line. Nice carry there by Champ Borges.
Yeah, Borges had a couple good runs in this game. That's just a great power play there by the offensive line, pulling around the guard, pulling around to create that hole, kick out the end man, and then just taking the seam right up the field.
Fresh set of downs here. Panther fans, student section's been lively. They're still on their feet. Got a little red, white, blue theme down there. Max, you need one of those hats.
I do.
You look good in that. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Carter over the middle, low, and he can't make the grab. That was a pretty good throw, but it was a tough catch. Dallas Carter around the knees there to the intended receiver, and he just couldn't come up with that catch. That was intended for Kuba.
Yeah, that was a good read with a lot of space. You can definitely tell the difference between, the starters versus the young backups there on a play like that.
Coach DJ, this is not the first time he's brought a team out to St. George. I think it was about 10 years ago. Brought another high school from Hawaii. Kailua High School. Then he played Snow Canyon. So he has done this trip before.
Wow.
It's been a long time ago. That information from a very good friend of mine that remembered that. I don't know if I did that game. I have never met Coach Johnson, but obviously doing a heck of a job. Graduated back in the mid-'80s from Kahuku, and I had heard that they had wanted him back at Kahuku in some form or fashion, and he decided to stay at Campbell. And again, new stadium from what I understand coming. I know Pineview was talking and hoping that they could do a home and home and go out there next year and play them again. I think they're waiting for the district to approve that. Hopefully the district does approve that. I don't know why they wouldn't. I mean, if they can come here, why can't we go there, right, Max? I mean, what a treat for some of these seniors are like, wait a minute, why don't we go this year and not next year? They'll set up the screen one way, they'll hit it the other way, and some room to run, and this one's down inside the red zone, down near the 15-yard line. Another big chunk play for this Saber offense, and it's Champ Borges again.
Great play design here again. These guys fake one screen to one side in order to come back and throw the running back screen to the other side. You have 3 offensive linemen out front leading the way. One good block, almost another good block. 73 just couldn't quite get there. But yeah, no, a couple really good. I've been really impressed with the play designs on offense.
The play calling,
across the board. They had some great route trees in the first half, a lot of creativity in the second half. Very impressive.
And that's why they're up 42-20, but a good measuring stick game for the Panthers. Looks like they're going to probably come up a little short is another score here, and this will put this game way out of reach here late in the fourth quarter. Just a little over 4 minutes left on the clock. Now we got another running back or a quarterback in. He's going to turn into a running back. That's number 18, Davis. Dane Ka'ahu Davis. Ka'ahu Davis there. Ball popped out late after a 2-yard gain, but I think he was down by contact before the ball popped out. So another guy in there, and Davis, that's getting some reps here late in this game for the Sabers. It's spelled differently than the Buffalo Sabres. Did you notice that?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. O-R instead of R-E-S. Which I like. And another short gain of a yard, maybe 2, and that's it. Clock continues to tick down under 3.5 to play on our Nets on Fire clock.
Yeah, and like you said, a good measuring stick for Pineview, because I haven't seen every team in the region yet, but I don't know if the trenches on any team down here in this region looks like the ones you're going to see here tonight against Campbell. And so this is a good measuring stick for both their offense and defense and kind of the ways they can improve. They did some good things on offense tonight, but just got to be able to finish drives mainly for Pineview on offense.
3rd down and 8 for the Sabres in the Red Rock Real Estate red zone. Check them out, redrockrealestate.com. Looking to throw. Carter into the end zone, touchdown. What a strike there from Dallas Carter. Another celebration penalty. And that was the guy that had the pick 6, Lilo, again. Now he's got 2 touchdowns tonight, one on defense and that one on offense. It was a corner route. He just buzzed past everybody, and that ball put in there perfectly.
Yeah, great route, great throw, good catch.
Carter, a very serviceable backup, to say the least. That
Absolutely.
was a bullet.
Yes, from the far hash across the field.
You kind of wonder how tight that quarterback battle was in fall camp. And take nothing away from Jalen Campbell. He's played tremendous tonight.
Absolutely.
But it looks like they've got a guy that can sling it there as QB2 as well. And that's no good on the We Win Injury Law extra point. We'll take the break. All Campbell here, 48-20. They lead Pineview as this one is almost in the books with just 2:44 left when we come back in our Boulevard Home Game of the Week on the Fan Sports Network and KSLSports.com.
Hey, it's Spence with Grass Creek Construction. Southern Utah is our home. We love this community. When you see us around town at events and games giving back, please make sure to say hello. Grass Creek loves to be a part of what makes Southern Utah great.
Create Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Hey, we're back here at PVHS. This school opened in the mid-'80s. I think it was 84. Of course, Dixie was the first school to open back in 1909, I believe. And then it was a long time. It was the only high school in town. And then Pineview came along.
Yes.
Of course, Hurricane and Cedar, and then Pineview. And then Snow Canyon opened in the late to mid-'90s. And then, of course, Desert Hills, was it 2007 or 8? Desert Hills, or was it 2011? I'm trying to remember the years. And then Crimson, of course, 5 years ago opened up 6 years ago now. The Crimsons opened up. And there's probably plans for another high school with all the growth. This one returnable, starts one way, goes back the other way, and then taken down at the 34-yard line. On the return, number 19, Stephen Robbins.
Yeah, it looks like there's a score that's about ready to go final. Northridge versus Dixie. Northridge 28, Dixie 16 is looking like the final score there.
Still 6-0 Desert Hills at Salem Hills. That is in a lightning delay. They're waiting it out. Shout out to anybody watching our feed while you're waiting for lightning delays in the locker room. Glad to have you in on the telecast tonight. Quick slant, and that one nearly caught, then nearly intercepted, and it falls at the end of the day incomplete.
Yep,
Looks like Crimson and Hurricane are going to win easily. Snow Canyon has already lost. Desert Hills is leading. Dixie is trailing.
Yep, just went final, 28-16.
Oh, is it final now?
Yep.
Okay. Rolling out. Throwing on the run. Doman has his man. It's complete to Yoakum. Max across midfield, still fighting down to the 46-yard line. Clock 2:24. Another flag. We've had at least, 14, 15 penalties here in the second half.
Yeah, probably being unsportsmanlike on Campbell.
And both these teams will watch the film and try to clean up the mistakes. You definitely want to clean up the mistakes before you get into your region games. And this one's going to be a personal foul on the Sabers. I love the speed. I love the play calling. If I do have one knock on the Sabers, it's a little bit of a lack of discipline in the penalty department.
For sure.
But that's something that's fixable.
Yes, absolutely. That is something you can totally control.
4-man front on the defense. They show blitz. They come with one extra guy. He gets pressure in the face of Doman. He throws it, completes it over the middle to Russell Jacobs. Jacobs is hit and dropped at the 26-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only about 4 at the end of the day. Maybe 5. Give him 5. And, well, the spot at about 4. At the end of the day, I'm off a yard. Our look ahead to next week, we'll get you that for our viewers on what you can watch. I know we have 5 broadcasts of the Hurricane Tigers coming up. We got a lot of. We haven't seen the Tigers yet. I'll be out there next week. Grantsville coming to town. That's where I'll be. That'll be our Boulevard home game of the week. And Tigers 3-0 after their win tonight over Murray. Check down complete. And Will Hatch, the junior running back, and another flag. Officials have been busy tonight. Might have to ice their arm later on this evening. And another dead ball personal foul on the Sabers. And that just kind of backed up my one critique I had of just too many penalties tonight for the Sabers especially. I didn't see that infraction, didn't know if it was a good call or a bad call, but it's called nonetheless, and that's all that matters. Doman into the Red Rock Real Estate red zone, looking to throw here. Pressure comes, he's trying to set the screen. He has it again to Hatch. Hatch down inside the 10 and drilled down there. Big dealer collision, big hit. And it's a gain of 5. Probably a good decision to get rid of it quickly there.
For sure. And he still did a somersault there at the end.
Still took a hit there, but I'm okay with that hit.
For sure.
He's coming at him. That was nothing malicious there.
No.
Second down and 5 can get a first down around the 6-yard line. Doman, fade route, up top, one-on-one, and incomplete. Flag's coming in. And I think Jonah Myers pointing at the DB like, you're all over me, and I think this one might be pass interference on the Sabres, and it is. So it'll be half the distance.
Yeah, right there down at the bottom of the screen.
That's past the 5 yards.
Yeah, and a little extra here at the end still.
1:07 to go. Panthers trying to tack another one on the board. Down by 28. Pressure comes over the middle, incomplete, and another flag. Did he get there early again? Appears to be the call from the back judge from the back of the end zone. And it will be PI again.
Another pass interference on Campbell.
So 1st and goal. Go down from the 6 to about the 3. Doman out of the gun. He's got John Carpenter in to his left. He'll throw it up top to Myers, and it's incomplete. Jonah Myers can't go get that one. So 2nd down and goal. Again, Sabres leading by 28, 48-20, under 60 seconds left on the game clock. And now a flag comes in. Myers and the DB were jawing each other, and we got another unsportsmanlike penalty.
Yeah, it looks like Ace Williams out there.
And and Coach DJ's pulling him out.
He spent a lot of time talking to the ref. I don't think that one was even directed at the Pineview player. A lot of that was going back and forth with the ref over there on the sideline.
Unsportsmanlike conduct.
He's been ejected. That's his 2nd.
Wow.
I think he just got ejected. I think you get 2, you're ejected. I don't know what the rule is in Hawaii, but here, if you get ejected, you got to sit out the next game. Doman now first, or is it 1st and goal now again? Or no, it's 2nd and goal. Just half the distance, slant route, and Doman gets drilled by Alu again.
I'm not sure how they started that play because the white hat was over on Campbell's sideline.
I know.
Talking to the coach. They have to set the ball with him being aware of what's going on.
His back was to the play. I'm take another look at that again if we can replay that, Dusty.
He came running into the middle of the play.
The ref's over here, the right of your screen, and you're going to see that if you're looking at the right of your screen, there's still no ref, and then he's going to come into the picture here at the very end.
And he's holding his arms up like, what are we doing? How did that snap get set and started?
Now, I don't know if they counted that play or not. They have not changed the marker unless they forgot to reset it previously. Still shows 2nd down on the far sideline.
First and goal from the 1.
And they're now down to the 1-yard line. Doman going to throw again. Slant route low to Yoakum. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. Touchdown Panthers. Max Yoakum reels it in. Doman's got another touchdown pass. And Alo is right in his face again, Max, and he found a way to get it to Yoakum for the score for Pineview High. And you got to love this young sophomore quarterback taking hits tonight and still getting out there and making plays.
Absolutely.
They're going to come up short, but it's been a gutsy effort for Doman.
And I know that's why Hosner wanted to play this game. He wanted to see his team in adversity, see his team against really, really good competition, and see how they responded, especially, as we mentioned, Coy Doman's a sophomore, and they have a litany of freshmen starting for them as well. So
you are spot on because he said so himself. He said, I want to see us get punched and see if we punch back and see how we react. He said that on Wednesday on our pep rally pit stop, and it's been the Sabres that have been punching tonight, and Pineview's not handled the physicality as well as you'd like, but with the youth movement, that they don't have as much senior experience as this Hawaii team does.
Absolutely. And getting this type of adversity out of the way before you even hit region could pay massive dividends down the stretch if they're in a couple close games. The youth movement for them might not be as much of a big deal after having a game like this and the experience that this type of game brings.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Campbell's athleticism. They are going to be a threat again over there in their conference on Oahu. Going to get a win tonight. Just 54 seconds left here. 48-27 in our Boulevard Home Game of the Week. Been lightning all over the state of Utah. Some games are final. Some games are still in delays right now, like that Desert Hills game. Jacobs left foot high. This one, though, looks like it could be returnable from the 3. And here he goes. Shot out of a cannon out across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Tila
He's wanted to return one all
Yeah, he
night.
has. He has. He's been a special teams monster tonight with some big hits in coverage and then getting a chance to return one right there. And they can take a knee on it if they want to. I don't think Pineview will stop the clock here with 48 seconds left. 2 knees and we should be out of here. And this game will be on ice. Campbell going to get the victory tonight over Pineview. They're going to improve to 2-1. We can start the conversation, I think, with our Findlay Subaru star of the game. Go see the all-star lineup on the saving side of the freeway at Findlay Subaru. They'll run a little motion and a pitch, and Himmelwright will make the tackle after a gain of 7, maybe 8, out to the 36-yard line. Who's impressed you the most tonight?
Man, that's a great question. There's been a bunch of guys on both sides that have played well. I mean, the name that consistently stood out was Jalen Kimball, quarterback for Campbell. He has a lot of playmakers. He has a 4-star offensive lineman guarding his blind side. They all played well, but he's the facilitator in this offense that gets everybody going. Without him, none of those other guys, Mendoza, Kapukua'a, and I'm missing Yamashita as well. He was also really good on the offense side of the football for them at wide receiver. But without Kimball, none of those guys can have as much shine as they get.
Yeah, I mean, guys on defense, Alo, Isaiah Chong. I mean, this team is loaded with talent.
Yeah,
It'll be really interesting to keep an eye on them and see how they do this year over there in Hawaii.
Absolutely. Don't want to forget number 24, Charleston Salazar, running back as well. Had a couple of really, really good big-time runs for them to kind of set the table for this 48-27 win.
Yeah, it is a final now as teams will exchange handshakes, and it is a win for the Sabers here in Utah tonight, 48-27. We'll come back. We'll officially hand out our awards.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
From underwriting local sports to unbelievable local deals, you can trust the team at Findlay Subaru. Count on us for sales, all the right parts, and out-of-this-world service every time. It's Findlay Subaru on the saving side of the freeway.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Hello? Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Hey, it's Spence with Grass Creek Construction. Southern Utah is our home. We love this community. When you see us around town at events and games giving back, please make sure to say hello. Grass Creek loves to be a part of what makes Southern Utah great.
Are you looking for a reliable vehicle that you can actually afford? I'm Harrison with Dixie Motors. We have 20 plus vehicles under 20 grand. Come check us out at 790 South Bluff Street, and we will see you soon.
Get the whole family moving with the City of St. George Recreation Department. They offer fun, affordable youth and adult sports for all ages and skill levels. Make memories, stay active, and get out and play. Sign up today at sgcityutah.gov/sports.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
This one in the books here at Pineview High School. First loss of the season here in week 3 as the Sabers from Oahu, Hawaii come in here and win it 48-27. This is the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show. See why so many Southern Utah parents choose Dr. Cody for their kids' dental needs. And check out that new patient special if you're looking for a dentist for your kids. Just $99. You get the exam, the cleaning, and the x-rays. The whole thing, just $99. Google them, look them up, give them a call, get in to see Dr. Cody. And they got iPads and movies going. He makes your kids feel right at home. Got to have that championship smile like Max Christensen III. I'm Devin Dixon. Been a fun game to bring you here. We get the double box here in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. And as we get some final statistics, we'll hand out some awards. We got to name our Jersey Mike sub of the game. We got and maybe a special teamer that I'm leaning towards right now. Our Finley Subaru star of the game and the playmaker play of the game. And that pick 6 in the conversation for the Sabers. And, of course, that 81-yarder that kind of got Pineview's offense rolling kind of stands out as well right now. Some of the big plays. We saw a lot of electric plays tonight.
Absolutely. A lot of electric plays. A bunch of great athletes on the field tonight on both sides, on both teams that are going to have the opportunity to play at the next level.
I couldn't agree more. That was a fun game to broadcast. I wish we had a few less penalty flags, but it is what it is. Let's get into the statistics here for you as we take a look at Campbell's numbers. How about 14 for 20, 243, and 2 touchdowns? Or was it 3 touchdowns tonight? I lost track of the touchdowns, but official stats show him for 2. Really efficient, 243. Connected on the screens, the middle routes, hit the big ones when he needed to. I thought Campbell played great tonight.
I thought he played awesome as well. He distributed the football to a lot of different guys and was able to do what they needed to do to get it done. And he had a good run game to support him as well.
He had 3 touchdowns. I think Carter had the 4th through the air. So I think he had 3 tonight, if I'm not mistaken. You look at the Doman numbers. I mean, this sophomore's got a bright future. 27 out of 43. Threw it 43 times tonight. The run game was kind of non-existent tonight. They didn't give William but just 7 carries. Yoakum had 1. Doman ended up running 7 times, but with the sacks and everything, ended up only about 17 yards on the ground for Pineview. That's how good the Saber defensive front was, and they really blitzed Doman a lot tonight. So he throws it 43 times. 283 yards and 3 touchdown passes for Cole Doman and no interceptions for Doman tonight.
Yeah, no, did better of taking care of the football. He had the 1 pick 6 that he threw.
And that was the highlight we just showed you, and I kind of lean in that for our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the game.
I would probably agree with you.
That was kind of right when the momentum shifted in that third quarter and they got that lead back up. It was 28-20, and then that pushed that lead up, and that was kind of, the emphatic knockout punch, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, for this to be his third varsity game of the season here, for it to be this type of competition against this team, another great learning moment for Corey Doman. He knows that he's the guy who keeps everybody intact. And again, in a perfect world, if you're Pineview, you need more of a run game. You need more of a run game to support your fantastic sophomore quarterback, because when you allow teams to just tee off on you because they know you can't run the football, you end up with some nights like this.
Buchanan, 3 catches, 96 yards, and a score. That 80-yarder, if you're picking a Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the game for Pineview, I think it's that first touchdown of the night on that 81-yarder, because Doman threw him open. And that play, a lot of quarterbacks would not throw that pass and throw that pass that perfectly.
Absolutely. I mean, he let the ball go well before Buchanan was past the defender, well before he was open, and he dropped it right in the bucket where his man was going to be for that 81-yard touchdown, which would, again, set the tone, at least in the first half, for Pineview.
Jacobs was his favorite receiver tonight. 9 catches, 77 yards. Yoakum 6 for 64 and a score. William 5 for 19 and the third touchdown reception. You look at some of the statistics. Mendoza, 2 catches, 9 catches, 187 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Wow.
For Evan Mendoza. He had a night, 6 for 67 and another touchdown for Kupuka'a. And those 2 guys were very impressed tonight. And then, let's see, it was Tilei that had the third touchdown catch from Carter there at the end of the game. And so big time performance by Campbell University as Coach Ray Hosner has exchanged handshakes and he's heading to the locker room. As for our Jersey Mike sub of the game, I'm leaning Lilo on special teams. He just flashed all night long.
All night long, yes. I mean, he had that last kick return. He had probably 3 different tackles on kickoffs that they had, and then again, caught the touchdown pass at the end of the game as well. So does a lot for this team and a lot of different facets that don't get highlighted enough in that third area of special teams.
Yeah, fun to hand out some awards here. Our star of the game, Max, going with both. I mean, if you're picking one for each team, you're probably going with both quarterbacks tonight.
Yep.
Honestly. And then our Jersey Mike's sub of the game there, Lilo. And then we're going to go with our Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker play of the game, the pick 6 by the Sabers. It's easier to think. Buy, direct, and save. Open to the public. Go see their slate finishes, their modern glass finishes, fridges, deep freezers, water softeners, microwaves, complete ovens. They got one of these ovens that you can bump. If you're like putting the pot in, you bump it, it opens right up, and boom, you go. Some really cool state-of-the-art stuff over there at Appliance Wholesalers Plus. And make sure after you're done shopping for appliances, you go get it Mike's way at Jersey Mike's. Final thoughts here inside of our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. There's only one game, Max, I think, that has not gone final yet, and that is Desert Hills, Salem Hills. And I'm hearing they are getting close to resuming play any moment up there in northern Utah. But everything else kind of buttoned up tonight. Some of the scores you might be interested in. Canyon View wins over South Sevier 42-20. And I think Desert Hills might be the last game standing in the entire state tonight. 6-0 still the score there. Cedar did beat Snow Canyon 10-6. That's a big bounce back win after Pineview got Cedar last week.
Yeah.
Snow Canyon up in Cedar could not. They scored the first touchdown, Isaiah Thompson, but a late interception as they were driving put the nail in the coffin there, and Snow Canyon coming back to St. George with 2 straight losses.
For sure. Yeah, and Cedar, like you said, bouncing back. Last week a 4-point loss to Pineview. This week a 4-point win versus Snow Canyon. I think they're going to do a lot of big things in 3A this season, again, as they're the reigning defending champions.
42-7, Crimson by 35 over Cedar Valley. Dixie loses at Northridge 28-16. And Hurricane, the Tigers, their first home game of the season after 2 road victories. Not quite final, but about to go final. They're up 42-14, so they're going to win that game. So depending on what happens in that Desert Hills games right now, Pineview with the loss, Dixie with the loss, and Snow Canyon with the loss, the region could be 3-3 this week overall, as long as Desert Hills hangs on to that 6-0 lead.
For sure.
Yeah. Our scoreboard update to wrap up the night, presented by Flynn Group of Companies. Whatever the conditions, they've got you covered with the total building envelope. Learn more what they can do for you at flynncompanies.com. When they came on as a sponsor 2 years ago, I really didn't know what they do. They do about everything.
Really?
Oh, they do everything. Infrastructure for buildings. They work with a lot of big companies. Really cool what they can do. So go check them out. Final thoughts as Pineview loses it tonight by a final score of 48-27.
If you're Pineview, you know exactly what you need to work on, right? You need to get your big boys on the offensive line in the run game. Again, hopefully they're going to get some of these offensive linemen back in the fold that are injured from the first couple games. You need to be able to move the line of scrimmage in the run game in order to help Coy Doman, in order to help the offense in it as a whole not get completely teed off on and overwhelmed, especially if you fall behind. Playing from ahead, Pineview was amazing, right? But playing from behind, they struggle a little bit. And then if you're Campbell, you're like, hey, do exactly what we did tonight, but with half the amount of penalties.
Yeah.
Okay. Then
that was the only black eye tonight for them. It's just a little bit undisciplined, especially in that second half. First half, only 6 penalties.
Yeah.
The second half, double that, it felt like.
Yes, just a cascade of penalties for those guys. Keep your head right, and you'll go win another state championship out there in Hawaii. Pineview, great tune-up going into region. I know they have one more. I believe they travel up to Logan to go play up there the last game before they hit region.
Yep.
But this is showed a lot of glaring necessities of what Pineview needs to improve on in order to compete in this region down here, which they will have a chance as long as they keep Coy Doman upright.
They came all the way across the Pacific here, been here since Wednesday, and they're going back to Oahu with a big-time victory. Pineview suffers their first loss of the season. A look ahead at the broadcast schedule brought to you by the City of St. George Recreation Department. Get out and play. Grantsville and Hurricane will be our Boulevard home game of the week next Friday night. I'll be out in H-Town with Paulie on that one, and then we'll also be bringing you another game. I believe that's Snow Canyon and Woods Cross. So those will be our two games for you next week here on the Fan Sports Network, as well as KSLSports.com. Good stuff. Great job tonight, Max Christensen III. We've known each other for years. Actually, first broadcast for us together. Had a blast, buddy.
Yes,
had a
it's
blast.
been fun, man.
I'll see you tomorrow night. Utah Tech will be our next broadcast on the Fan Sports Network live. That'll be tomorrow night, 8 o'clock kickoff against the defending national champs. That's going to be absolutely crazy. What's that? Oh, and next Wednesday, don't forget, next Pep Rally Pit Stop. We'll be over at Texas Roadhouse calling all Hurricane Tiger fans. 10% of the sales or the proceeds will go from the entire night at Texas Roadhouse to Hurricane High School. So let's see you H-Town Rally. Pineview showed out. Well, hopefully Hurricane can top it. Next Wednesday, we'll be live from 5 to 6 and make plans, put in your phone, eat at Texas Roadhouse. That's all we need you. Come have fun. Come have some food. Grab some dessert. Go big, get the prime rib, get Max's favorite, the ribeye, load it up with all the toppings, and I love the sweet potato and the rolls with the honey butter at Texas Roadhouse. Unbelievable.
The rolls don't get any better.
We had Andy the Armadillo here throwing out rally towels. We'll have some special edition rally towels. There's only 100 of them. You can get them at Texas Roadhouse while supplies last. Whatever's left, if we don't go through them all at Texas Roadhouse, we'll send out to Hurricane for that Boulevard home game of the week, and we'll be throwing them out to the student section next Wednesday. That'll be a lot of fun. Until then, we do have the game in Dublin tomorrow, the UNC game. Hoodie Belichick will be in Ireland taking on TCU. That's a 10 a.m. kickoff live on the Fan Sports Network. And then, of course, the nightcap will be Utah Tech. We'll be on the air with an hour pregame show. Cade and I will have the first hour. You and Rod will have the second half hour of the pregame show. 8 o'clock kickoff. Max and Rod will be up in the booth. I'll be down on the sideline. Should be an absolute blast. Can we shock the country in our first ever Big Sky game?
And it'll be cool. Like you said, it is the reigning, defending, also preseason ranked number one team in the country at the FCS level, Montana State, coming into town with just about every guy who's going to touch the football for them tomorrow night is either All-American and or All-Conference.
Yeah.
So it'll be impressive to watch those guys. And as with Pineview, a great measuring stick for Utah Tech. See where you level out this year, not only across the country, but in your own conference.
Yeah, fun to get college football going. High school, this is week 3. We get the start of college football tomorrow. There's about 7 FBS games, but there's probably 30 FCS games. It's kind of that opening weekend where the FCS really gets some of the spotlight, including some big ones. I haven't checked on Weber State, North Colorado, that game going on tonight. Tomorrow night, SUU is at Montana. So our listeners on 93.1 are going to be fired up to see how SUU does up there at Washington Grizzly Stadium. So it's going to be fun to see how the Big Sky shakes out in week 1. And what a gauntlet for Utah Tech. They go Montana State tomorrow night to open the season. At BYU, it's their home opener for the Cougars. They've been interesting this week with Kalani Sitake reporting not to their athletic director anymore. That's been interesting.
Yeah, that's a lot of drama up there in Provo.
Yeah, but they'll be hungry to watch the Cougars, who are the top 15 in the country. And then week 3, they go to Montana as well. For Dusty Allen, our producer, for Michael Fisher, our camera operator, I'm Devin Dixon. For Max Christensen, we're the final tonight as we wrap up the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Pineview falls to Campbell 48-27. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time for more high school football on your home of Region 9, the Fan Sports Network. Good night, everybody, and make sure and go get the Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert at Yogurtland. It's good till they close. We had a couple teams go over 25 points, so it's in effect. I know Pineview just a little bit, a little bit over that there with the 27, so we got it. We got over the 25. That's all that matters, plus some other teams did as well. So it is in effect 5 ounces free frozen yogurt. If you go over 5 ounces, you might pay $1. Go check it out. That's good till they close. But I think there's 11 or midnight tonight. It's good only at the St. George Yogurtland. All right, that's going to put a wrap on things. Until next time, have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you.